Look, man. I'm gonna say this right now. Okay. If the Philadelphia Eagles bring Nick Sirianni back, he better not have offensive coordinator in power. And no, bring Jim Bob Cooter, a Lions offensive coordinator that no one actually liked. If you listen to the fans, no one liked Jim Bob Cooter at all. Jim Bob Cooter was horrible. Okay, so I don't know why the fuck Jim Bob Cooter is being named as a possible offensive coordinator. But let me tell you something. Jim Bob Cooter, if you don't know who he was a Lions offensive coordinator with Matthew Stafford. That man didn't know how to call plays to save his life. Okay? Jim Bob Cooter, there's a reason why no one wants him. The man throws too much. He's not balanced. I don't think he can run an offense properly. And can someone explain to me this? If Brian Johnson, rumors coming out that Jalen Hurts supposedly didn't have any trust in Brian Johnson, he was all been out the plays, and because he didn't believe in Brian Johnson's philosophy and how he called the plays. Yeah, this is the dude who got 4 coaching options. I hope someone takes him. Okay. Why is Nick Sirianni? On top of it all, Jim Bob Cooter has been in the front office. So it's not like you're going out there and you're hiring a guy outside the building. You're bringing another Brian Johnson. Jim Bob Cooter hasn't been an offense coordinator in 2 years. How come other teams are not looking at him? You want to know why? Because he's horrible. If you ask Detroit fans, did they like him? They all said no, we don't like him. When he was fired, Detroit fans had a parade, honestly. That's how bad he was. Why are we bringing guys like that in? What happened to Eric Bieniemy? You didn't make a call for him? What Frank Wright? I don't want Frank Wright. How about we stop trying to go back to the Super Bowl era and let's go back to the era in 2024. Let's stop trying to get coaches from 17. Let's stop trying to bring guys that have been in office corner. Let's go hire new, fresh blood. How about Eric Bieniemy? A guy that, maybe struggled with Washington, but could do a lot good in Philadelphia. Bringing guys like Jim Bob Cooter ain't helping. Jim Bob Cooter isn't good. He isn't good. Now, Matthew Stafford liked him, but the fans don't like him in Detroit. And I heard a lot of rumors that Jim Bob Cooter threw the ball a lot. We trying to stop throwing the ball a lot. That's why we had a problem with Brian Johnson's philosophy. Had a problem with you, Nick. Why are you hiring a guy to throw the ball more? When the problem is we don't run the ball more. This is why I don't understand why we have him still in the building. I'm hoping that the Eagles are trying to give him a chance to fix his way so they can fire him and get a guy like Ben Johnson here. Because I swear to God, they're hiring him and they're doing the exact same shit and not retaining these. Like, can someone tell me why the Eagles didn't stop Shane Steichen from not leaving? Do we ever ask coaches to stay? Do we ever try paying them? The only guy we paid was Jeff Stoutland because he helped Howie Roseman, the draft, an offensive lineman. Supposedly he tells Howie Roseman every year to draft an offensive lineman. Not saying Howie Roseman's been a bad GM, but Howie Roseman, you've been slacking with the trades, dude. When I look at the trades, first of all, you're not signing guys like TJ Edwards back? Really? Your best. So let me get this straight, Howie. And listen, I'm not on Howie Roseman firing Howie. I'm not on that, right? But dude, it pissed me off that you didn't even offer TJ Edwards a contract. Your best linebacker that we groomed. Home talent. You didn't bother offering him a contract. He wanted to be in Philly. You didn't care. Because you wanted your compensation picks. That we don't use anyway for anything good. What do we get out of those compensation picks? Who? We don't have a Did you see the playoffs yesterday? Did you see the linebacker? Oh, wait. Howie Roseman. Jeffrey Lurie, I hope you're watching this. Linebackers. You see why teams are in the playoffs now? Look at the Bucs. Everybody was talking about, Devin White is horrible. Devin White looked good to me. And if I'm a Bucs fan, I would want Devin White on my team for long term. Because I don't want the Eagles ever get a linebacker. Because I know the Eagles are going to try to go in free agency and get a linebacker. Rather than draft one, they'll sign one. And not pay him next year. The Philadelphia Eagles have been getting out of their ways that have been successful for them. They're going back to their old ways. It starts with the front office. Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman have gone lazy. It's training for guys like Byard because you know the organization, rather than going and get a guy like a Budda Baker or get a guy like a Justin Simmons because you don't want to give up a lot more. It's not good business. You're not helping your team. When you didn't trade for C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who, by the way, looks like he's going to be back in the Super Bowl. I don't know. One of his DMs before he left free agency said if he was back in Philadelphia, he would have taken us to the Super Bowl. Probably would have. Because since C.J. Gardner-Johnson left, we've been looking like a disaster. And you could explain to me why Nick Sirianni decided to fire. Now the reports that the Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni supposedly fired Denard Wilson when he wanted to stay. You want to know why players leave? And you want to know why players don't want to come back here? Because it's called a trust issue. Why C.J. Gardner-Johnson left? What did C.J. Gardner-Johnson say before free agency? That I want Denard Wilson as my coach, my defense coordinator. He had a problem with Jonathan Gannon. And that explains why we didn't sign him back too. I see why now. You know what I'm saying? Because Howard Roseman loved Jonathan Gannon. Meanwhile, no one in Philadelphia really liked him. And you know what's so funny? People actually thinking Jonathan Gannon would have helped his defense. No, Jonathan Gannon wouldn't help this defense at all. I'm going to be real with you. Jonathan Gannon is horrible. Stop trying to sit there and say Jonathan Gannon would have helped this. Jonathan Gannon is horrible. Is he in the playoffs right now? Is he in the playoffs? Just because he beat us, because everybody beat us, does not mean he's a good defense coordinator. Does not mean he needs he's horrible. He couldn't call plays. Because what? He blitzed a little more in Arizona? He's a great better No, he's not. And I'm really getting tired. Also, I'm getting tired of the Sean Desai praise. Well, he's better than Matt Patricia. Okay. Well, he's still horrible, isn't he? Just so now you know what's so funny? We gotten so bad now that, and I see a lot where we're sitting there trying to act like Sean Desai was his genius. Sean Desai fucking sucked. Now Matt Patricia was horrible, but Sean Desai sucked. That man wasn't good defense coordinator. He shouldn't have been in the building. Neither should Matt Patricia. They both were horrible. Just because one sucked more does not make him a good defense coordinator. I don't know where this Sean Desai praise is coming from, but y'all, this is why I can't stand some of these Eagle consecrators out here, some of these Eagle fan base praising Sean Desai. Sean Desai, it doesn't make a difference if Sean Desai was in here and Matt Patricia. They both would have been horrible. They both were horrible, and it doesn't matter if they were in the playoffs. If you put Sean Desai out there versus Seattle, we still lose the game. If you put Sean Desai out there versus, I don't know, the Giants, we still lose the game. It don't matter who you put. The problem was, this bend and break defense that Howard Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie loves isn't working. You know who defense coordinator that you should bring in that they won't? Greg Williams. I was on Twitter and I was scrolling down, right? And Joey Shakes and Phil Vaughn showed it too, but audio clip too. But I heard it too. Where Greg Williams said, if I was a defense coordinator and they fucking missing tackling, they would have got benched. And I love that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Slay, with your podcast, you think you're doing that with Greg Williams? Greg Williams would have you benched. But here's the thing, Howard Roseman won't bring a guy like that in. He won't bring a guy like that in. Jeffrey Lurie won't bring a guy like that in. You think he want to bring a guy like that in, like Greg Williams? You want to know why Greg Williams is tough? Why he's one of the best defense corners? Because he holds guys accountable. I listened to him in the Hard Knocks versus Cleveland. He was hard on these players. And some of these players on his team would have cried. I can already see Darius Slay getting upset. He missed a tackle. Greg Williams go to Darius Slay and say, why did you miss that tackle? Go sit on that bench. You miss the tackles? Go sit on that bench. There would have been no missed tackling on the Greg Williams. And see, this defense has gotten soft because we don't have a right defense coordinator. Offense coordinator. Jim Bob Cooter, okay, it's not a real offense coordinator that we need to bring. If you listen to Detroit Lions fans, they don't like him. Why the fuck do you bring him in? Because Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman knows Jim Bob Cooter. Just like he knew, what's his name? What's that defense coordinator that we wanted to bring over, Jonathan Gannon? Yeah, that dude that got kicked out the playoffs by the Miami Dolphins. I'm sorry, as the Miami Dolphins defense coordinator. What's his name? What's that defense coordinator that everybody loves, supposedly? They think that he would be a great defense coordinator in Philadelphia. That we always hire from the tree as the defensive coordinators. Oh yeah. That's soft as Ben and Brady defense. What's his name? I can't think on the top of my lung. Someone help me out in the conversation. In the comments. What's that defense coordinator that we want to hire that Miami got? That same guy that we're pretty much trying to do at offense coordinator. Why is Eric Bieniemy not being mentioned? Can someone tell me why we're not going to try to get Eric Bieniemy? Because it would be hard on Jalen Hurts. And now there's rumors that Brian Johnson, supposedly Jalen Hurts is calling out, audibling out the plays because he don't like Brian. So wait. Brian Johnson is supposed to be this genius, right? Everybody told me it wasn't Brian Johnson's fault. But then again, it was Brian Johnson's fault. Because Brian Johnson should have went to Jalen Hurts and say, dude, why you all about my plays? Oh, I don't like him. Doesn't matter. Stop owning out my place. We don't have guys that hold guys accountable. And if your quarterback is all out the plays, like Jalen supposedly all out the plays, but here's the thing. I don't blame Jalen for all out the plays. You want to know why? Because they both suck. The coach sucks. The offensive coordinator explains why A.J. Brown, everybody call him a diva. Oh, he's a bad player. You got reports right now. You type in A.J. Brown, they talk about where would A.J. Brown get traded. First of all, you can't trade A.J. Brown. I'm going to say it 1,000 times for anybody who's brain dead in the back, in their head. You can't trade A.J. Brown. He's under contract. If we trade A.J. Brown, number one, it'd be stupid as hell. Number two, you would be in dead cap. Okay? And the Eagles are not trading A.J. Brown. So I don't know where these reports... They talk about why Sports Illustrated got taken down, probably because we're making rumors up about A.J. Brown being traded. Because because they're making up reports. Now I do like Sports Illustrated. I miss the magazines. It's a little off topic. They're supposedly not going to be there anymore. It is what it is. No one really reads magazines anymore. They pretty much go on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube to look up. Not YouTube. Online to look up the articles. They don't. Who reads newspapers, magazines? I don't even see a newspaper coming in my way anymore. I don't. It's sad, though. I do miss those things. I do miss the magazine, but no one reads that. You know what I'm saying? Now you have online stuff. No one does that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't know why he's deleting online stuff. Let me read your comment, bro. What happened? Why is your message restricted? Okay, whatever. Jim Bob Cooter is not a real offense corner, and I don't want him here. Okay, there's a reason why he's never been an offense corner after that, and after Detroit. Because he was horrible. Now, Matthew Stafford supposedly liked him, but here's the thing. The fans didn't like him in Detroit. Everybody, if you listen to Detroit fans, they didn't like him one bit. That's why they fired Jim Caldwell. That's why they fired the offense coordinator. And they hired Matt Patricia. Because they didn't like that offense coordinator. Because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He threw a lot more than run. We're trying to get an offense coordinator that can run more. Bringing Jim Bob Cooter, and not only that, Jim Bob Cooter, and all these, like, can we stop trying to get guys like Frank Wright? Can we stop trying to get Jim Bob Cooter? Like, stop trying to go in what we already know. Let's try to go outside the box and hire an offensive coordinator that we don't know. We're hiring guys like Brian Johnson, making quarterback coaches like Alex Tanney, who's been our quarterback that was horrible with us. Every time it feels like the Eagles are hiring guys because they're an organization. And that's why you end up with guys like Brian Johnson. That's why you end up with guys like Press Taylor with Doug Peterson. Because Number one, you don't hire a real coach. Shit, Nick Sirianni never called plays in Indianapolis. I don't know if you knew that. I guess Frank Reich didn't bother telling him that. But you're bringing got like we're talking about Frank Reich in this. I don't want Frank Reich here because we don't need the same guys that are already used to the building. That's how you end up with a disaster. And Nick Sirianni loves Frank Reich, and Frank Reich loves him. And I already can see Nick Sirianni would never hold his offense coordinator accountable. And we would hear the exact same shit over and over again. Number two, did you see what he was in Carolina? Did you want another example? Did you see what he was with the Indianapolis Colts that was stacked? The man had one good year in Philadelphia. Yeah, he helped us win a Super Bowl. But dude, he hasn't been the same since then. Stop trying to go through the same shit. If you want to hire an offense coordinator, let's hire the Eagles offensive staff from 17. Let's bring John DeFilippo back. Now, I wouldn't mind John DeFilippo. I would love to get him and make him Jalen Hurts quarterback coach. Wasn't he quarterback coach? Wasn't he Jalen Hurts quarterback coach? I think he was. I wouldn't mind that. Because I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hurts would love Johnny Flippo. Jalen Hurts likes to be pushed hard. Johnny Flippo would be perfect. But Frank Reich does not need to be in the building. No, he doesn't. That would not be good. Nick Sirianni knows him. I don't want Nick Sirianni to know anybody. Nick Sirianni doesn't need to know anybody. He needs to worry about getting an offense coordinator that can call plays. I'm tired of guys being in the building and being our offense coordinators or being our quarterback coaches. Like, can you explain to me why Alex Tanney was our quarterback coach? I didn't know about that until I started looking it up, who was a quarterback coach. Alex Tanney. How did he become our offense? How did he become a quarterback coach? How did he get promoted? You hired guys like DK McDonald, a 21-year-old. What experience does he have? I don't get this organization sometimes. And you know what frustrates me the most? As I watch the playoffs and I say, dude, if we were in the playoffs, we're beating a lot of these teams. I watch the 49ers. I'm telling you right now, the 49ers are going to get blown out by the Lions next week. If the Lions go, I don't know what the score is. I'm going to watch in a little bit. Maybe I'll watch while I'm live. But the Lions about to show the Buccaneers why they shouldn't even be in the playoffs. I got the Buccaneers going home. Now, I like Todd Bowles. But I think the Lions are what the Eagles were supposed to be. Your coaching lost you that Buccaneers game. Everyone don't blame Jalen Hurts. Oh, Jalen Hurts can't read the defense. No, he can read the defense. Because if he couldn't read the defense, we wouldn't be 10-1. If he couldn't read the defense, we wouldn't be in the playoffs. You want to know why we were in the playoffs? I'm going to tell you why we were in the playoffs. Because Jalen Hurts got us in the playoffs. Like again, in 2021, got us in the playoffs. In the Super Bowl, he got us there. Nick Sirianni didn't do shit. Nick Sirianni didn't do that. Brian Johnson didn't do that. Howard Roseman, Jeff Louis didn't do that. Jalen Hurts did that. A.J. Brown did that. Devontae Smith did that. These coaches didn't do that. So when y'all idiots talk about Jalen Hurts, we should get rid of him. You understand? Imagine if we had Tua. You know, just imagine if we had a Tua Tagovailoa. A guy that can't really rule defense, for real. Hey, just imagine we had Dak Prescott instead. Or even worse, how about a Brock Purdy? You want to know why the 49ers won yesterday? I'm going to tell you why. Number one, that kicker needs to be cut. But number two, because they had a running back. Oh, by the way, Howie Roseman. Yoo-hoo. Yeah. You better pay DeAndre Swift. Huh? You better pay DeAndre Swift. Because I swear to God, if you don't even offer him a contract, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be pissed off. Because that shows me that you didn't learn from your lessons. You got another opportunity to fix your mistakes, bro. Now, he ain't C. Jagoran Johnson, but this is another free agent that is like a C. Jagoran Johnson. You're not signing guys like TJ Edwards back when he wants a contract, but you'll go and sign guys like Greedy Williams, got to even make the team. You're signing guys like Evans, who's on IR most of the time. You're signing guys like Nicholas Morrows that no one wanted in Chicago. Matter of fact, they just let him walk for a reason because he was horrible. You need to stop that. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you saw the game yesterday, but I saw a lot of linebackers winning games yesterday. Did you see the linebackers, by the way? My guy Christian Harris from Alabama wanted him. We didn't draft him. But it was nice to see linebackers, right? Because after all, I mean, we don't draft linebackers. Why we draft linebackers? We don't believe in those, right? Are we going to draft a linebacker this year, Howie? Probably not. But, I hope you're watching. But are you going to do something about it? Hey, but after all, man, we'll get another free agent linebacker, man. Maybe we'll bring Darius Leonard back for another 1-year deal, huh? That you didn't even play him in the playoffs, by the way. I don't think he played in the playoffs, did he? Nah, Nicholas Morrows did. A guy that couldn't cover for shit. This is what I'm saying. It starts with the front office. You don't want to change your ways. It's cool. This is going to be where we're going to be for a long time. And my thing is, right, if you know your quarterback is having trouble with the quarterback coach, right, supposedly offense coordinator, why didn't you step in? You'll step in when you wanted to demote Sean Desai. Now, I don't blame you for doing anything. If you wanted to demote Sean Desai, that's fine. But doing that in the middle of the year was stupid on your part. Now, I did get excited because I thought you actually fired him. You didn't fire him. All you did was put him in the booth. And then you reportedly wanted him to leave. But you didn't leave Denard Wilson stay when he wanted to stay, which explains why C.J. Gardner-Johnson left. Because he felt like there was disloyalty. When everybody's been preaching that they love Denard Wilson, how he was coaching. Why didn't we make him the defense coordinator? You know what I'm saying? You have no problem promoting in Jim Bob Cooter, really? Jim Bob Cooter, if you don't know who he is, like I say, he's the Lions offensive coordinator with Matthew Stafford I think it was 2013. He's never had an offensive coordinating job in the last 2 years, I don't believe. No one else wanted to hire him because he was fucking awful. He was horrible. The Lions fans were so fucking happy when they got rid of him. And Jim Caldwell. Now, Jim Caldwell wasn't a bad coach. Now, Matthew Stafford wanted him to stay. But he was horrible. The fans were miserable under him because he couldn't call plays. He also threw a lot. We're trying to get away from throwing the ball. We want to run the ball. Hey, the running back that you didn't bother using, DeAndre Swift? Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, you signed Rashard Penny. You didn't bother using him. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. The guy that you didn't want to trade for. You didn't want to trade him in the deadline when people were offering. I'm sure they were offering some good picks. You didn't bother getting it. But hey, Howie. I'm giving you credit, but I'm going to keep it real with you. Since that C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade that you did last year, since that Super Bowl, you were supposed to do better with that roster. And you didn't do enough. You did the bare minimum. You said you wanted confetti. Well, how do you get confetti? And how do you start getting confetti this year? You want the confetti? You got to go out there. You got to draft those guys. You can't continue to sign guys on 1-year deals. And when you didn't suppose you didn't offer T.J. Edwards a contract, which again, I don't know why it's brought up now. We should have knew it was, but it's interesting they brought it up now because it got signed by the Bears. The Bears knew he was a good linebacker and said, hey, we need a linebacker. Let's sign him. Let's not let him go out the building. Let's not let him go back to Philadelphia. Because after all, they sign their players. And they don't sign just 1-year deals. Sometimes you got to overpay for some guys. Not get compensation picks, which we don't use anyway for. We trade for those compensation picks and then we trade back and then we trade forward. We need to stop doing that. Your best draft pick this year so far was Jalen Carter and maybe Nolan Smith. And maybe Sidney Brown is coming along. I like him. But you don't have another safety. Everybody told me Reed Blankenship was great. Reed Blankenship does not need to be a safety after all. He's not good. He's not good. Will we draft for safety probably? No. Will we sign a safety that we want? No. We're not going to sign a safety. We're going to talk about how we want a safety and someone's going to overpay for them. I love how they bring up the fact that we were going to sign a New Orleans Saints safety that went to Baltimore. If we wanted to, we could have done it. The problem is we weren't going to do it. We weren't going to go out the way to get him. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sign some guy that we don't know nothing about. Because that's what the Eagles do. They need to change up their ways. You know why you won a Super Bowl in 17? Because you got guys and you're willing to go out there and be aggressive. You were willing to go out there and be aggressive. You also allowed the offensive coordinators and the coach to call their own plays. And I feel like the organization, when they get a taste of Super Bowl, they love to think they know more football than these coaches. Both Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, both of them. I'm putting blame on them. You hired Nick Sirianni. You didn't run a real coach. That's fine. But then you also got to understand, if you hire a guy that don't know how to call plays, you need to make sure these offensive coordinators stays possible. You didn't offer Shane Steichen a contract. Why is that? Why is that? Why didn't you offer Shane Steichen a contract? Why you could have listen? There's teams who block guys from getting interviews. You didn't block Shane Steichen from getting an interview. I would have blocked him. There would have been no way I would have let Shane Steichen go. That was number one. That was a no-no right there. You don't let guys like that walk out that building, especially if you know your coach can't call plays. And hopefully, the next offensive coordinator that we hire, hopefully not Jim Bob Cooter or no Pat Shurmur or no Mike Groh, because I swear to God, we hire those three. We ain't going nowhere next year. I'm going to call it right now. If you hire guys like Mike Groh, a guy that couldn't even use Golden Tate right, remember? I don't know how to use him. What do you mean I don't know how to use Golden Tate? Remember that's the guy that didn't know how to use Golden Tate properly. Yeah, you're going to make him an offensive coordinator? That's what I heard a grapevine supposed to report. I don't know how true that is. You need to hire a guy like Eric Bieniemy. That's the guy I would go after. A guy that knows how to call plays, been to a Super Bowl. If you don't want to hire a guy like that, hire a guy off the 49ers staff. Hire a guy like that off the Green Bay staff. Hiring guys out of like the Colts, who hasn't done shit in a long time. Hiring guys like the Tennessee Titans offensive staff hasn't done shit in a long time. Hiring guys, the Bill Belichick tree, like Matt Patricia, isn't working. And by the way, Bill Belichick, yeah, I don't give a shit if you didn't come to Philadelphia. Now, there's reports Bill Belichick don't like to be in Philadelphia. Good. I didn't want him in the first place. I don't want Bill Belichick here. I don't want a cheater here. I don't want a cheater here. Bill Belichick has never won shit. Why do people want Bill Belichick? Do you know his offensive staff is Mike McDaniels and freaking Joe Judge? I don't want them here. He's another guy that can't call plays. It's about he could call plays. No, he can't. No, he can't. He was a good defense coordinator, but a lot of his offensive plays is because he had an offensive coordinator. He can't call plays. He needs an offensive coordinator that can call plays. He's a great defensive mind, but I don't want him here. I don't like his philosophy. Everybody told, let's go get Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, man, let him go to Atlanta. I don't want Bill Belichick here. Bill Belichick, I don't want his staff here. I don't believe in Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniels is a crumb. Even the Raiders players hate him. Why the hell would I want him in my building? I'm already trying to stop guys from leaving, right? There's already reports of A.J. Brown trade that. Now, I don't think A.J. Brown said anything like that, but there's already reports that Texans are potential suitors for A.J. Brown. Like, again, you can't trade him. And number two, A.J. Brown ain't leaving. But still, I don't need that to be an actual factor because we want to hire guys like Bill Belichick, who Jeffrey Lurie, is supposedly interested in. Why? Why? Isn't that how you got Chip Kelly? You talk to Bill Belichick? Isn't that how you end up with Chip Kelly? I thought we learned a lot. I don't want Bill Belichick. I'm glad he's not. He don't want to be part of Philadelphia. I don't want him here. I don't want him here, man. I don't like him. I don't think he's a real great coach. I think people hype him up, and I don't respect the cheater. I don't care how good you are. If you cheat in your fucking Super Bowls, you're not a winner to me. That's why I don't respect the Patriots. Sean Payton is a bum. The only reason he won to sue is because of Drew Brees, and because he cheated. Those coaches are not winners to me. I don't want a winner. I don't want a cheater in my building. I hate Tom Brady. I can't stand him. And I hate Bill Belichick. I can't stand him. I think he's a fucking cheater. And he did cheat. And I don't like his Patriot way. His Patriot ways are brutal. Now, I don't mind you being hard on your players, but this guy is not a coach who's going to come in there and change this. He's going to make players want out. He cut a cornerback that the Raiders picked up, by the way. You remember that cornerback that we should have gotten, but we didn't bother making a claim for it. What's his name? Jack Jones? Because he was upset. He was upset. How dare he gets upset? That man is done. He's done. I don't want to Bill Belichick here, man. I don't give a shit how good he is, whether he won. I don't care. His defense is great, but I don't like his staff. We ever have as one of the staff here, and I don't think he's good. Matt Patricia, is he good? No. Is Josh McDaniels good? No. So why the hell would we bring Joe Judge? You want Joe Judge in your building? Come on, man. Yeah, Bill Belichick would be nice, but look who he's bringing. Reports that he's bringing. So the Falcons, and here's the Falcons. They're a stupid organization because they're going to hire a coach who's going to bring Josh McDaniels, Joe Judge, and freaking Matt Patricia. Supposedly, those are the rumors. Good luck. Take Matt Patricia with you, and take Sean Asai with you too. The Philadelphia Eagles need to hire an offensive coordinator that can call that's a coach. Okay. We thought Nick Sirianni was hired because he was supposed to be Mr. McVay, right? He was going to fix Carson Wentz, right? That's why we brought him in here, right? Because we didn't like Doug Pearson because he couldn't call plays. Nick Sirianni was supposed to call plays, though. But it turns out he wasn't calling plays. So, really, Frank Reich lied to the Philadelphia Eagles. Because the Eagles should have asked Frank Reich, does he know how to call plays? And Frank Reich probably said, yeah, he knows how to call plays. He called my plays. He didn't, though. Frank Reich called his plays. He was never an offense coordinator. Never. He's never been an offense coordinator. There's a reason why the Kansas City Chiefs fired him. You want to look at his background? Yeah, he was a receiver. It's funny. He's a receiver. He's a wide receiver, and yet he doesn't know how to call plays. I don't know how that's possible. You're Nick Sirianni's supposed to be a receiver. Look at the receiver coach that's what's Matt McFleur. He's a receiver coach, I believe, or I think he's a quarterback coach or something like that. He can. Why is it every time we hire a coach that can't call plays? I'm hoping. I think the Eagles are looking at Ben Johnson. That's my thinking is they look at Ben Johnson. They think that I think that's who they really want as their coach. And I think that they're trying to stick with Nick Sirianni to give him a chance. But Jim Bob Cooter is not a guy I want. I don't want a guy that someone knows in that building. Okay? I don't want that. I'm tired of that. I want an Eric Bieniemy. I want a guy that knows how to call plays. Now, Eric Bieniemy struggled in Washington, but here's the thing. Sam Howell ain't great. Jalen Hurts is more of a veteran leader. I wanted Eric Bieniemy last year. You know what I'm saying? Now there's reports. I don't know. Shout out to my guy, Philly Talk Podcast. He's the offense quarter for the Colts last year. Who? Jim Bob Cooter? Who? Jim Bob Cooter for the Colts? I don't want him here. Hell no. Jim Bob Cooter? I don't want him here. I don't want him here. If he called plays last year, I definitely don't want him here. Because I watched that Colts offense. That Colts offense was horrible. No, I don't like that. Look how they call plays, man. It's hard. I don't like it. I don't like Jim Bob Cooter. I don't want him here. I don't. I heard bad things about him with Detroit Lions fans. I don't want him here. I want a real offense coordinator. Can someone go get me an Eric Bieniemy? Can someone go get me a guy that no one knows? I don't want Frank Reich here. If we want to bring a quarterback coach back, let's bring Johnny Flipper. Since we want to bring everybody from 17, let's go hire Frank Reich. Let's go bring Johnny Flipper back. Yeah, let's bring him back. Let's bring him back. Because we want to bring guys back. I don't know why. Yeah, Frank Reich was great with the Eagles. It's time to move on. You want to bring Nick Foles back too? Like stop trying to hire guys that we already know. I'm tired of that. Like, seriously, stop it. Hire a real offense coordinator. Hire a defense coordinator that's going to bring that aggressive defense. Come on. If you're not going to hire a real offense coordinator, we can't get offense coordinator. Fire Nick Sirianni, hire a real coach who can call plays. And here's the thing, dude. Is Nick Sirianni going to get play calm when coach? Can we actually retain an offensive coordinator for once? Like, I'm really getting tired of players. Every time we get a real offensive coordinator, guys leave the building. Why can't we not block them from getting interviews? We did it with Stoutland. We did it with Brian Johnson, though. Why didn't we do it with Shane Steichen, though? Why didn't we block his interview from anybody from interviewing him? We don't do that. I don't know why. If you knew your coach can't call plays, why didn't we not block him? I'm hoping we learn a lesson, man. And I got to blame some of this on Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman. Listen, Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman needs to needs to work on understanding that what you did in the draft, you don't want to draft linebackers. You don't want to draft safeties. You don't want, hey, that's cool with you. Those are the consequences for not doing that. Did you see the Baltimore Ravens linebackers? Pretty good linebackers, right? Did you see the Texans linebackers? Look at Christian Harris. It was a guy I wanted. Everybody told me he was going to be great. Look at him. Playmaker. You don't draft linebacker, that's fine. These are the consequences. You need linebackers. If you're going to run that soft bend and break defense at the Vic Fangio tree, you need legit linebackers. But I don't want that soft. I told people Vic Fangio is a fraud. Well, he's a great defense corner. When? He couldn't even stop Mahomes, for real. The man had no weapons, and he beat him. He carved that defense up. And Tua was horrible, by the way. But still, that I watched that. No, I don't want Vic Fangio. I don't like his scheme. I don't like his style. It does not fit Philadelphia. You need the right defense corner. Guy like Greg Williams. I want Greg Williams in so bad. I watched him on Hard Knocks when Cleveland had Hard Knocks. That guy's tough on his players. I would go after him. He's willing to coach here. He said it in his little audio. I know he was mad that guys weren't tackling. I was mad. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see what Greg Williams does with that defense. Let's slightly miss the tackle again. Let Darius Slay miss another tackle with Greg Williams on the center as the defense corner. You think you're playing, bro? No, you're not. You're going to sit on that bench. Slay needs to just retire and work on his podcast. It's the only thing he can do. Oh, I played great. No, you didn't. You suck. You're horrible. And you're not worth that money. And if I had my chance to go back and redo it, and if I was a GM, I would have signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson before Bradbury. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that we didn't offer T.J. Edwards a contract, was the best linebacker, by the way, that year. You didn't even offer Kaiser White a contract. But you'll sign Bradbury to a contract. And I said in my videos, I didn't want both of them here. I didn't want them here. I wanted to draft young guys. Did we do it? No, we don't do it. And I'm not really complaining because at the end of the day, there's some things that I liked about the Eagles that they did, right? To get a Jalen Carter was huge. Anybody say, I wouldn't take Jalen, I'll take Jalen Carter any day. Yeah, I understand we needed a safety, but dude, Jalen Carter is the best rookie. Dude, Jalen Carter on another damn team would have been in the playoffs still. That coach staff is horrible, bro. I watch the Texans and look how they're doing it. Look at DeMeco Ryans, our coach. The offensive coordinator. If he wants to still be an offensive coordinator, I'd bring him in. But I think he's going to want a coaching job. The Philadelphia Eagles need to hire a real offensive coordinator. They need to hire a real offensive coordinator. And if they're not going to fire Nick Sirianni, because it looks like Nick Sirianni's going to be bad. Listen, we can want Nick Sirianni fired. They're not going to fire Nick Sirianni. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't think Nick Sirianni is a bad coach. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to fire Nick Sirianni. They don't want to admit they're wrong. They do not want to admit they're wrong because they fired Doug Peterson. They fired him. They're not going to admit they're wrong. Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman look foolish for firing Nick Sirianni. Not because I don't think he's a good coach. Because they don't want to look foolish because they don't want to admit that they were wrong for firing Doug Peterson. The only Super Bowl winning coach that you fired. They don't want to look wrong. Okay? That's why they're not going to fire him. It's all about their ego. That's what Jeffrey Lurie is, his ego. Why is rumors coming out that Jalen Hurts has all been out the plays out of Brian Johnson's playbook? I didn't see Nick Sirianni go over him and say, dude, why you all been on my plays? And if he's doing that because he don't like the play calling, you should change it up. If Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman control Nick Sirianni that much, then Nick Sirianni does not need to be a coach. And if they are really controlling him, then there's no point in bringing a coach here. Let's just hire Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman to be the offensive coordinator / GM / owner / coach, if that's what's going to be. But here's the thing. Nick Sirianni, if you look at his ways, when he's winning, he's cocky. And it's great to be cocky. We love Nick Sirianni being cocky. I want him to be in Philadelphia. But if you can't call plays, and you know you can't call plays, why do you call plays? Why do you continue to try to call plays? And if you know that Brian Johnson ain't helping Jalen Hurts, then you do something about it. You go to Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman, and you tell them, hey, I don't think Brian Johnson's working. Jalen Hurts reportedly is all but out the plays. That's what I heard reports coming out. Reports coming out that Jalen Hurts is all but out the plays of Brian Johnson. Every time Jalen Hurts was frustrated with Brian Johnson, and Brian Johnson puts out his playbook, or Nick Sirianni's playbook, he's all but out the plays. And that goes back to the coaching. And the front office should have stepped in, because I knew something was wrong with Jalen. See, everybody tell me it's just Jalen Hurts. Could you imagine we having a guy like Tua? Y'all should be really thankful that we have Jalen Hurts. Y'all say he can't read the defense, but yeah, he put up, 400,000 yards passing? 2,000 yard receivers. Who did that? It wasn't an offensive coordinator, it wasn't the coach. Who did that? Jalen Hurts is the reason why these two have over 1,000 yards, AJ and Devontae. Without that quarterback, you think they're getting that? No, they're not. But everybody been saying it's Jalen Hurts' fault. Now, Jalen Hurts has some blame. He had a regressive season. It happened. Every quarterback's going to have a bad year. But here's the thing. The reason why Jalen Hurts had a bad year was not because of Jalen Hurts per se. It's because of the coaching around him. And see, when you hire guys like Alex Tanney, the quarterback coach, who I don't know why the hell he's a quarterback coach. Can someone tell me who Alex Tanney is? Why he's the quarterback coach? Why are we hiring guys that another Eagles player? You don't know who Alex Tanney is? Go look him up. Eagles player, third stringer, horrible. Yet he's a quarterback coach. You're better off just making Brian Johnson a quarterback coach and hiring a real offensive coordinator. Why do we promote guys that don't deserve it? DK McDonald, the secondary coach. No wonder why our secondary is hard. We got a 21-year-old who don't even know how to run a defense, being the secondary coach, supposedly, right? The secondary coach is DK McDonald, a guy that no one knows about. But you didn't want to bring Denard Wilson back, who guys loved. Looks good in Baltimore, though. Baltimore looks like they're going to the Super Bowl. Wonder why. That defense was dangerous in Baltimore. Did you see how they hit, blitz, everything like that? The real teams that we're seeing in the playoffs, coaching, linebackers, safeties, players actually, mostly it's linebackers that are showing up. Christian Harris showed up. Walker showed up. Even Savage, Denard Savage from the Packers. You saw playmakers on that field. And who do we get? We don't get nobody like that. Why do we not go get a guy like Christian Harris? Why do we not listen? I don't think the Eagles are going to ever draft a lineman. Listen, we have linebackers this year. Everybody talk about Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I don't want Jeremiah. Listen, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is the same size as Nakobe Dean. I want Edgerrin Cooper from Texas A&M. That's the only guy I want. Edgerrin Cooper. That guy's 6'1", but do the Eagles, will they do it? No, they won't. My guy Philly Mike in the building, and I even made a bet with him a while ago. I said Philly Mike said we're going to draft a linebacker. Remember that bet? Where if I lost, I would have to run him my underwear on live. They're not going to do it again. They're not going to do it again. They're not going to draft a linebacker. They're never going to learn from their mistakes because they don't prioritize in linebackers. Even though we know linebackers are a weakness, we haven't drafted cornerback since Little Shep and Shannon Brown. 2002. I was 2 years old the last time we drafted one. We didn't draft a linebacker since, I don't think I was alive, it was Mike McMullah. It was the last time we drafted a linebacker. We drafted guys in the third and fourth round. Nakobe Dean is not a number one linebacker. I'm sorry. People say, we'll give him another chance. Dude, he can't even stay on the fucking field. He can't. And not only that, he's horrible at tackling. I don't know about you, but I don't see him tackling. He cannot wrap up. He's another guy that can't wrap up. So everybody acting like Nakobe Dean, if he was healthy, he would have helped. I don't know about that one. Because he didn't help us when he was on the field. We need 2 linebackers in this draft. And if you want to sign one, that's fine. But you need to draft one. Now, will the Eagles do it? No, they won't. They won't. And we'll do the exact same shit. We won't sign guys like DeAndre Swift. We'll let them walk. Why is that? Because we want compensation picks. Not this year compensation picks. The 2029, a 4th rounder that could turn into a 5th rounder. Ooh, yay. And then you watch guys like DeAndre Swift go out there in Baltimore and look like a star. You watch TJ Edwards, who just got a big deal in Chicago. You didn't even offer him a contract. Can someone tell me why we didn't offer TJ Edwards a contract? I mean, the fact that you didn't offer him a contract when he wanted to be back in Philadelphia. I don't know. I don't understand that. But you'll bring guys like Slay back? Really? You won't try to go after a guy like you'll sign CJ to a 1-year deal, potentially a 2 to 3 year deal. Now, CJ Gardner-Johnson ain't messed up, but still. You won't sign the guys that we really need to sign, but you'll sign older guys because it's cheaper. And the funny thing is, you paid Bradbury all that money. He can get the fuck out of here next year. Along with Slay. Slay can go. I'm done with him. Honestly, I don't understand it. The fact that they reportedly benched Bradbury and brought him back, he should have stayed on that bench. I would have benched him after the Cowboys game. The fact that we benched him in the playoff game, he's supposed to be the guy that we paid all the money. You can go, bro. You can go. When I told you that Kevin Byard, that trade, when you look at it now, you should have moved up. You should have gave a little bit more to go get Justin Simmons. But you didn't do that. You went the lazy route. You went to someone you knew. Yeah, we robbed the Tennessee Titans. No, not really. We didn't rob the Tennessee Titans. Did we really rob the Tennessee Titans, though? I think the Tennessee Titans robbed us. I think it was actually equal because we didn't get a good player out of the deal. We got an aging guy, another Robert Quinn situation, because we don't want to go after guys who are younger because we don't want to give up picks. And I understand if it was too much, but you tell me Justin Simmons cost more than the 1st round pick? I don't think so. I think it would have cost you at least a late 2nd round. You can't give up a late 2nd round pick for a guy that would have been a legit star. Like, tell me, can someone tell me what impact play did we get this year other than DeAndre Swift in the trades? Yeah, you drafted Jalen Carter. You drafted Nolan Smith, who's still progressing. But you didn't trade for anybody that stood out. You traded for DeAndre Swift that you didn't even bother using. Which I think it was a waste, honestly, because what's the point of you bringing him in? What was the point of all that if you weren't going to use him? And can someone tell me why they didn't trade Penny in the trade deadline? Well, we don't want to trade him. Then why did you not play him? This got to stop. Okay? If you're going to sign someone, you have to play them. And if I'm DeAndre Swift, which it looks like reports that he might not come back, I don't blame him for not coming back. If I'm DeAndre Swift, why would I want to come back? You don't use me. You showed it perfectly that I'm not more valuable than Kenny Gainwell. I'm not better than Kenny Gainwell. Even though Kenny Gainwell, by the way, people show me he can block. Did you see that? Did you see Brian Baldwin break down one film? I think it was someone else who broke down the film. Kenny Gainwell sucks at blocking. He's average at best. But people made a big deal. Oh, he can block. Oh, he can block. He can't even block, really. But everybody made a big deal. Oh, he can block. Oh, that dude is so horrible, man. I feel like we're going back to the J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, where we're giving everybody, this guy, so many chances, and he can't even do anything right. Then not only that, he had a hole. You remember when everybody told me why Jalen Hurts didn't block for Kenny Gainwell? Well, I'm gonna tell you why he didn't block for Kenny Gainwell. By the way, he's the reason why part of the reason why Jalen Hurts got a safety in the end zone, because he didn't do his part. Mr. Better than Swift, right? Mr. So good, right? The man didn't even follow his blocks properly. If he actually stood there and actually wait patiently, and that's the difference between Swift and Gainwell, if Swift would hit that hole. Gainwell can't hit holes, bro. He waits for holes to develop, and then he tries to do too much. And when he does hit holes, he's perfect. The problem is he doesn't continue doing that. Swift hits holes. He's patient. He reminds me a lot like Le'Veon Bell. And I don't understand that we don't use him. We honestly, like I said in the beginning, I don't think we would use Christian McCaffrey at all if he was on the team. So the whole point of us training for Christian McCaffrey last year, we wouldn't have used him. We wouldn't have used him. And we wouldn't have signed him either. And that's why the 49ers are in the NFC Championship game right now. Because they ran the ball. Running the ball, right? Something we don't do. What we did last year when we went to the Super Bowl. Every year we went to the Super Bowl for the past 2 years. Won a Super Bowl because we ran the ball. Second year of Jalen Hurts' career. We were a running football team. Running first team. We passed a lot, but we also ran a lot more. We went to the Super Bowl. And we decided to do the exact same shit. Why? Why do we continue to do this? It's like a pattern. It's 1 year we're good. We go to the Super Bowl. And it's like, oh, let's go back to what we were doing before. When it doesn't work. Why can't we not just look at that Super Bowl era and say, let's run the ball? Why does fans have to tell coaches to run the ball? Nick Sirianni, I asked again to a lot of fans, because everybody keeps telling me he's a good coach. What does he do? Well, he made the playoffs for 3 years. He didn't make the playoffs. He was part of the playoffs. He only made the playoffs because he is a quarterback who can bail him out. Everybody's saying it's Jalen Hurts' fault. Do you understand? If we didn't have a legit quarterback, a top 5, I keep saying top 5 quarterback, that we would be fucked right now? I don't even think we would have made the playoffs, honestly. I think we would just been like the Giants. Matter of fact, I think we would have been just like the Panthers. You think we're beating Buffalo without Jalen Hurts? No. You think we're beating Miami without Jalen Hurts? No. Look at Tua. Look at Tua. Dude can't throw a ball to save his life. He's inaccurate. So I feel bad for Miami Dolphin fans. Tua is such a great quarterback. They told me he was better than Jalen Hurts. He was good at college. In the NFL, you have to work on your accuracy. And we've seen Jalen Hurts. He worked on his accuracy. People say he didn't work on his accuracy. He's throwing balls out. That's because guys don't get open. It has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts' accuracy. Jalen Hurts was throwing the ball perfectly. Brian Johnson should have never been an offensive coordinator. You made sure he didn't go nowhere. We blocked him from going anywhere. But you didn't block Shane Steichen from going anywhere. Why is that? We never hire guys that are for real. We never hire guys that really help this team. We don't keep guys like Frank Wright here. We don't keep guys like Shane Steichen here. And the next offensive coordinator that's going to come here is going to be the exact same shit. When are we going to change our ways? Love from Bangladesh. Oh, I appreciate that. Bangladesh. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate for watching. For sure. You said you wanted Christian Harris, and I can vouch for you. Yeah, I did. I wanted Christian Harris. My guy Bird Game 31, shout out to him. I think Philly Mike shout out to him. Wanted Christian. We were begging for Christian Harris. That's the guy we wanted. It was Christian Harris and Devin Lloyd. We didn't want him. You know what I'm saying? We don't want guys like that. We'll get a guy like... Now, I like Nakobe Dean coming out that draft, but I said I wanted Christian Harris over him. You know what I'm saying? I wanted Christian Harris. That was the guy I wanted. My guy, Philly Mike, Philly Talk Podcast, Philly, I think it's Philly Talk Podcast. Philly Talk Podcast. I'm just make sure I didn't mix you up with Castro. You know what I'm saying? Was talking about Christian Harris. Should we go after him? It doesn't matter who we want. We're going to hype up Jeremiah Trotter Jr. We're going to hype up Edwin Cooper, who I love out of Texas A&M. We're not going to get him. Because the Eagles don't do that. They don't do that. They don't do that, man. They're not going to do that, bro. And it's crazy we don't do that. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. I got to do something real quick. I'll be back in a second. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. My fault, guys. Appreciate for coming on. I remember when you said that because we traded up to get him. Yeah, I mean, dude, like I told people the Texans, Deshaun Watson. I know my guy, Coach Dante liked him, but I told you, Deshaun Watson, they looked at Jalen Hurts. The Houston Texans looked at Jalen Hurts, and they said, we need a guy like that. Like I'm telling you right now, CJ Stroud, he reminds me a lot like Jalen Hurts. A guy that doesn't get phased. He doesn't get rattled. I mean, the only reason why they lost to Baltimore because Baltimore was a great team. But CJ Stroud played good. For a guy that's been in his first year as a playoff team, they're going to be good next year. I'm telling you right now, do not be surprised if the Texans are going to be in the AFC Championship game. They were so close of getting to the AFC Championship game. If they beat Baltimore, they go over to the Super Bowl. I truly believe it. I think they would win any game. And CJ Stroud, I mean, he's going to be good for years. I think they'll win 2 Super Bowls with him. I really do. I think CJ Stroud, the fact that he's a rookie and he did that, look, man, DeMeco Ryans, great coach. But you got to give a lot of credit to CJ Stroud because he has less weapons than Sean. Listen, he lost Tank Dell. Imagine if they had Tank Dell in that playoffs. People don't understand. Tank Dell, another guy I wanted. Was very high up on him. Wanted him. We didn't draft him. Because I don't care about what people think. I watch college film. I'm already scouting guys now. Everybody hyped over Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Oh, look, he throws up the X. That's not the guy I want, though. I mean, if we get him, we get him. Listen, I take both of them, honestly. I like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I think he will be good, but I think Edgerrin Cooper from Texas A&M is the guy I hope the Eagles go for. Because he's going to be another Christian Harris. Or he's going to be a lot better. Depends what he does. But if you put him on that Eagles team, he's a tackler for sure. And I'm hoping that's the guy we go after. But we're not going to do that. I don't even waste I'm not even going to make draft videos talking about, oh, we could go get a linebacker. We're not going to do that. We don't do that. We just don't do that. I don't know why. It don't make sense to me that you need a fucking linebacker and you clearly don't have one. Like, we're hiring guys off the freaking streets. Why? Why? Because we don't want to draft one? Like, I want a guy who wants to hit someone, goes up to you, knocks your brakes, like knocks your head off. That's what I want. I want a guy that blinds you. You come up that middle, you come out that backfield, I'm punishing you. I'm making sure you feel me. Your parents in that stadiums feels me. Every time I hit you, I want you to look at your mother and say, Mom, he hit me one more time. I want your kids to be worried. That's how bad I want. I want that lineman to be that good, man. And when I see Christian Harris, and I see Patrick Queen, and Devin White, and Walker, the Georgia linebacker that the Packers have, I see that. I see a guy that if you go near me, I'm going to lay you flat. It's crazy. It's crazy we don't draft linebackers. But we'll draft another defensive end. No matter how many times we always get one. Every single time. And listen, I don't mind defensive end. But this year you need to draft linebackers. Now, what they do in free agency will depend on what they do in draft. I don't think I think they're going to go priority on safety in the free agency. I think the free safeties, the safety market is going to be huge for the Eagles. You're going to have guys like McKinley, the Giant safety. I would love to bring in. Guy from Bama. Jalen Hurts knows him. But first, I just need to know who's the coaches right now. We still haven't picked our offense coordinator yet. I mean, dude, at this point, I would just fire Nick Sirianni. Again, can someone tell me what he does? What does he do? Players don't like him. I don't give a shit what Fletch Cox says. I don't care what Kelsey says. I don't care what AJ. They have to say that. The action says they don't like Nick Sirianni. When you were quitting on the players and Jalen Hurts was doing this, they didn't care about Nick Sirianni. So don't sit there and say you believe in Nick Sirianni. You don't believe in him. You're forced to say that. Nick Sirianni, what does he do? What? Oh, he's a cheerleader. If I want a fucking cheerleader, I'll just go get one off the Eagles cheerleader squad. If I want a mascot, I'll just make him swoop. What does he do? can't coach, can't call plays, and he can't get this team back together. When you notice when Nick Sirianni has to get this team back together, he can't do it. His mood changes. And with Doug Peterson, his mood never changed. It was the same approach. He made sure his guys were ready to play. Nick Sirianni ain't that. You saw that. That showed me a lot about that coach. It showed me that guy couldn't get his team back together. I don't know why we give him another year. What does he do? You know what I'm saying? What does he do? What does he do? Well, he made the playoffs for 3 years. He made the playoffs because Jalen Hurts, not because he's a great coach. Then you're supposed to be firing guys like Donald Wilson. And then why CJ said, no, I'm not coming back. And honestly, I don't blame CJ Gardner-Johnson for saying what he said. Some of the Eagle fan base, the way they treat him was uncalled for. Now, CJ Gardner-Johnson did block me on Twitch because I asked him a question if he was coming back to Philadelphia. I don't give a damn if he's the biggest prick in the whole world. Great player, though. I don't give a shit if he's an asshole. He's a good player, though. You don't let guys like that walk. And yeah, his agent is an idiot. I think he was 10 years old because he posted on Twitter, which one's better contract? Well, you're an agent. You don't know what the fuck kind of contract you gave him? But listen, Detroit Lions, I don't know what the score is because I don't even put them on. I'm about to put it on right now, man. Let's see what they're doing, man. You're probably blowing out that team, right? We're probably going to see another offense coordinator in game. Great offense coordinator. They're probably going to shock me.
Athletically.
Oh, wow.
I think he can play just about any
Oh, look,
position.
10-3, Lions on top. Nice. As soon as I turn the game on, the Lions are up 10-3. Yeah. Tampa Bay's so good. No, we're just horrible. You know what I'm saying? 10-3 already. And we're in the second quarter already. I told you, the Lions to me, they're going to blow out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to blow them out. It's going to either be the 49ers or the Lions. I think the Lions go to the Super Bowl. I do. I think it's their year. Cameron, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? And we got $74 million in cash. Yeah, y'all gonna listen, man. CJ Stroud's a beast, dude. I like CJ Stroud. I like what he's done. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of Jalen Hurts, man. The guy he doesn't get phased. And Deshaun Watson, he wants to cry about the team didn't build around him. Dude, you had the whole team built. You had DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, you didn't have a great coach. But here's the thing. You had players around you. And that's the thing. Deshaun Watson came and win in Cleveland. He came to stay healthy on the field. Deshaun Watson can't get past, couldn't do what CJ Stroud did. He couldn't win without his number one receiver. You think he's winning without Tank Dell? Hell no. Tank Dell was a huge loss for the Texans. Because if he's in the playoffs, I think CJ Stroud goes all the way. But the fact he did it without his number one receiver is crazy. It's crazy because Tank Dell's only going to get better. That's another guy. Like I said, I want it. We don't draft those guys. I'm wasting my breath talking about this team, man. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm just accepting what happens. That Nick Sirianni's going to be back. We're going to hire another garbage-ass offensive coordinator, our great offensive coordinator that we won't sign next year. I mean, not next year, the following year, in 2025, when we go to the Super Bowl or we go somewhere far, because we don't do that. And we're not going to draft linebackers. So, again, we're going to have horrible linebackers. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll sign undrafted rookies after they don't claimed in the draft. And we're going to develop those guys. And then we're going to end up with guys that have some potential. Like, what's the guy that everybody loves that I don't see anything out of? Van, what's his name? What's that linebacker that everybody loved that we saw playing time versus the Giants? Yeah, we bring guys like Brandon Smith. We don't even use him. We didn't even play him. And we're going to bring free agents like freaking Nicholas Morrows. Because we don't go after real linebackers. We're not going to do that. We're going to sign a pass rusher to a one-year deal. And we're going to let guys like Swift walk, which I hope not, but we will. And we're going to let guys walk. It's going to be the same shit over and over again. And I'm saying, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't like it. I think it's bad business. And I hope Howard Roseman changes his ways. I hope Howard Roseman looks at the linebacker situation and looks at and tries to improve it. Because we're going to be back where we were. You need linebackers. You need linebackers. And we didn't have the greatest linebackers last year. But listen, TJ Edwards wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. He was in the bad defense of scheme with Jonathan Gannon. I'm sorry to say it. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson, a lot of people don't admit it. I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson makes the secondary better if he was on this team, despite the bad defense. Because if you survive with Jonathan Gannon, that's how bad he was. I think he was going to survive with Sean Desai, honestly. But I think that secondary was horrible. And you sign to hold the corners. Baker Mayfield, wide open, first down. I mean, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't even want to watch the playoffs right now. We should be in the playoffs right now. We should still be playing. We should have really beaten Tampa Bay. And the fact that we didn't beat Tampa Bay, it's crazy, bro. Get C.J. Stroud a good, decent offensive line. He has an offensive line. His offensive line is good. The C.J. Stroud, a little bit more of an offensive lineman piece. I think they're going to build around him. But like I said, give C.J. Stroud another number one receiver other than Tank Dell, and he will be dangerous. C.J. Stroud's a franchise guy. Listen, you don't need 3 years to know what a franchise guy is. It takes only 2 years. 2 years or 1 year to see what he is. It doesn't take a whole century. Like I can tell you right now, Pickett. I've told people about Pickett. Horrible. Remember, Mr. Guy, tiny hands, small hands, wears the glove on his hand every time he plays. Horrible. He's horrible. You don't need a legit. You don't need to see a quarterback in 3 years to tell you what he is. It takes either 1 year or 2 years at the most. Especially these type of quarterbacks. You don't need a whole 5 years to know what a quarterback is. Now, some quarterbacks, they come late, but not often. Either you have or you don't. You don't need 2 years or 3 years to know how good your quarterback is. Exactly. And the thing about Deshaun Watson, listen, Coach Don, I understand you like Deshaun Watson, but he wasn't really a guy that could take you all the way. He's not a winner. He's a good quarterback. He talks about winning. No, I'll tell you about he's an average quarterback. He's a good quarterback when he has talent around him. But he has talent in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? He's a talent in Cleveland. What did he do? He can't stay healthy now. You get all that money and you can't even do nothing in Cleveland. Cleveland has the number one defense. And you can't do nothing with it. Who really won the trade? If you ask me, I think the Texans are smart for trading Deshaun Watson. Because of what they got back. Christian Harris. Anderson's good. You got a lot of guys like Derek Stingley. Those are because of the Deshaun Watson trade. And Cleveland's stupid for doing that. Because listen, Deshaun Watson is a good quarterback, but for what you gave up, wasn't worth it if I was Cleveland. Wasn't worth it. And Houston knew something about Deshaun Watson that people didn't know about. Was that guy wasn't elite. Same with Carson Wentz. All the talent in the world. But you didn't work on it. And then you're crying about, oh, I want out of here. Oh, it's not fair. Well, bye. Bye. Because that shows me you quit. Well, it's not fair. Life ain't fair. It's the NFL. It's the NFL. You're not going to always have it perfectly. You got to be that guy. And if you get paid like a franchise guy, you got to do something with it. Jalen Hurts showed you what people don't want to say, but he showed you he deserves his money. People say he should take less money. How? He made sure his team had the number one seed. But his coaches didn't help him. But he bailed them out. That Buffalo Bills game, he won that game. That was my favorite game from Jalen Hurts. That one and the Dolphins game. Because, honestly, both of those teams, one of those teams are in the playoffs. The Buffalo Bills are in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts beat them. Jalen Hurts, a lot of times, was making sure that team was in. That Cardinals game, Jalen Hurts was still throwing touchdowns even though the offense was bad. I watched my quarterback play. Everyone who blame Jalen Hurts, you can't just blame. Listen, Jalen Hurts, he has some blame, but it's not all his fault. Your offense coordinator is horrible. Brian Johnson, I don't know why he has a coaching job. I really don't. I don't know why he even has a coaching job. That guy supposedly couldn't even run an offense, and he's supposed to know Jalen. We were acting like Jalen Hurts knew him for a long time. He was his high school coach. He went out to eat with him. They were treating him like he was his big brother. You don't even know your quarterback strengths. Like I said, man, I think the quarterback coach needs to go. I think the receiver coach, Aaron Moorhead, got to go. Who's he developed? I keep on saying, people even say the exact same thing I say because I agree, because people agree with a lot of things I say. Who is Aaron Moorhead developed? He didn't develop Quez Watkins. He hasn't developed Jalen Reagor. Devontae Smith don't count. He was already developed. A.J. Brown is a trade. Don't count. Who has he developed? He couldn't develop John Hightower. Who has he developed? Who? Who's he developed? You're a receiver coach, and yet you don't. Who is Aaron Moorhead? Was he good in the NFL? I didn't know that. I think he was on the Colts, but we hire guys like from the Colts. Why is that? The Colts have been a loser organization since Peyton Manning has been since after Peyton Manning. Hold up. So, like, again, man, like, I look at the playoffs and I said the Eagles should be there. But you need a real offensive coordinator, and we don't hire guys like that. We don't hire real offensive coordinators. When we do, we leave them walk. But you're hiring guys from the Colts? Can someone tell me what the Colts have done? Like, we keep going to the Colts. We keep going to Andy Reid and the Andy Reid tree. We keep going to the Tennessee Titans tree. Why is that? Why are we hiring guys from that era, from that tree? We keep going to the Vic Fangio tree. Some guy that a defense coordinator has never won anything. He came and win in Miami with all that talent. Jalen Ramsey, Javon Holland, all these guys. He came and win with 2 number 1 corners. Come on, man. Like, people got to stop and think, man. And people want to sit there and say Vic Fangio tree's not bad. He blitzed a little bit more, but so what? So what? Give me a defense coordinator. I miss Jim Johnson. Really, I do. I want that Jim Johnson defense coordinator in here. I don't know why we don't hire guys like that anymore. Jeffrey Lurie has been around. He should know who Jim Johnson was because he was around when he was the owner there. Why don't we hire a guy like that? Why don't we hire a guy that's a real defense coordinator? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense, especially if you're not going to develop linebackers or you're not going to trade for a linebacker, you're not going to draft a linebacker. You can't play that soft zone. Because that soft zone, you need linebackers who can cover. We don't got guys that can cover. We're signing guys from the streets. Zach Cunningham, a free agent that we picked up. Miles Jack, bums. Now, Zach Wilson was all right, but he wasn't great. I'd rather have TJ Edwards, honestly, over him. We don't even offer him a contract, which is crazy because we developed him. We made sure, he was good. We developed him, and we don't even sign our guys. It don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. And I wouldn't be surprised if Quez Watkins goes somewhere and he develops somewhere else and he turns into a good player. Because I don't think Aaron Moorhead is a great coach. I would fire the receiver coach. I don't like the quarterback coach, Alex Tanney. Really? A third-string bum, trash, practice squad quarterback, journeyman. Who was he? Why is he promoted as a quarterback coach? Why was he Jalen Hurts' quarterback coach this year? And he didn't even do anything good with Jalen Hurts. He got worse out of anything. I've never seen Jalen Hurts' mechanics so bad this year. And despite the bad mechanics, he was able to still put up numbers. I mean, and Brian Johnson, dude, your quarterback don't believe in you. He's changing up the plays. You don't go and talk to him. When you know he wants to be coached hard. He talks about he wants to be coached hard. But it's like, if that's the case, then why wasn't Brian Johnson questioned by Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman? Why wasn't he? Derek Barnett was a little bit better in Houston. Yeah, of course he was better in Houston. Because Derek Barnett went to a team that can actually develop him. Same with Kayvon Wallace. It's not surprising. This has been happening for years now. Guys go somewhere else and turn into legit stars because we don't want to keep guys, or we don't want to take the time to develop them, or we don't have the right guys in play. If you watch Kayvon Wallace, we should have never drafted him. Why did we draft a guy that didn't fit a scheme? Why? He didn't fit a scheme. He was not part of it. He doesn't fit that bend and break defense. That's not what he was good at. We draft guys, and a lot of times we draft guys that fit a scheme, but they don't. Kayvon Wallace, you watch him in Clemson, wasn't even the best safety in the draft, really. He was good in Clemson, but look how they used him. They used him more of a blitz guy. They used him more of a aggressive defensive corner, with aggressive defensive corner that believed in pressing up on guys. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Moorhead can go. Yeah, I call him Moron. That's his name, Aaron Moron. That's what I call him, Moron. Aaron Moron. That's what I call him. I don't call him Moorhead. He's Moron because he can't develop nobody. He's horrible. You got four stooges, man. It was the three stooges. Now it's the four stooges. The three stooges are in their building, and that's Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, and Matt Patricia. And you want to ask Sean aside, that's fine. So you really got the little rascals running this football team. And then we're gonna hire more stooges, like Jim Bob Cooter, who's never been an offensive coordinator since the Lions got rid of him. Well, he was the quarterback. He was the offensive coordinator for the Colts last year, and he was horrible. Because what did the Colts do? Did they even make the playoffs? Were they even in the playoffs? Was that the year they traded Carson Wentz? Was that the year they had Carson Wentz? I don't remember. Was it the year they had Carson Wentz? I don't think so. I think Carson Wentz. No, it was the year they lost the playoffs. They were eliminated. You remember, they were eliminated from the playoffs, I believe. I think so. Let me know correct me if I'm wrong, but if he was coaching last year, he was horrible because they were complaining about the offense. That's why I hired Shane Steichen and fired Frank Reich. So you're going to hire an offensive coordinator that got the coach fired. Okay, Nick, if you want to get fired before the season, go for it. Like, what does he do? What does he do? I'm hoping the Eagles hire a guy like Ben Johnson. That's what I want. Ben Johnson or someone from the 49ers tree. I want that kind of offense. Because the Colts tree it needs to be chopped down. Like a real tree, when it gets old and it's starting to fall, you need to chop that down. Chop those trees down. They're officially need to be gone. The hiring the Vic Fangio tree, that needs to be chopped down. It should have been chopped down after the Super Bowl. Eagles going to hire another. Yeah, they will. They'll hire another random guy. And guess what? That's how I know they won't change their ways. But next year they'll call me a fake fan when I tell them what's going to happen. Oh, you're a fake fan. No, I'm not going to follow stupidity. And I'm not going to support stupidity. I'm a realistic fan. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. If my team is great, I will tell you my team is great. If my team sucks, I'm going to say that. A lot of people don't like real. Or they don't like when you tell them the truth. They hate that. They hate that. They don't like when you tell them the truth, when you're blunt with the truth. And that's what I was. I told you the defense coordinator was horrible. I said I don't give a damn about injuries. Oh, you have injuries. Who cares? NFL, you're going to have injuries. Guys go down each and every year. The coaching should be able to develop those guys anyway and still be able to make sure that defense is good. Not the players making them good. And the players have done it last year with Jonathan Gannon. They made Jonathan Gannon look good. That's why he's a job. That's why Shane Steichen actually a good coach. But Brian Johnson getting interviews because Jalen Hurts made him good. And he wasn't good. He's horrible. But he's still getting job interviews. Not because they're hiring anybody at this point. Brian Johnson should not be a coach. Well, he might be good somewhere else. No, he won't. There's rumors out that his quarterback that he supposedly knows is changing up the plays. Now, you can look at it two ways. Why is Jalen Hurts changing up the plays? And is Jalen Hurts changing up the plays because he don't respect Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni? Or is he changing up the plays because he's doing it because he wants to do it his way? I think it's a little bit both. I think Jalen Hurts wanted to win so bad that he was willing to switch up the plays and call it audible because he was tired of freaking quarterback runs. And if you remember right, I think in the beginning of the season, the play calling was Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni. That Bills game, that was all Jalen Hurts. That Dolphins game, that was all Jalen Hurts. When he came back and won that game, that was all Jalen Hurts. The Washington game, Brian Johnson was calling most of the game with Nolan Nick Sirianni. It was horrible. Jalen Hurts got tired of it. He gave the coaches a chance, and he said, if you're not going to do your job, I'm taking over. That's why he stuck his middle finger. Why do you think he had this? When he stuck his middle finger, people say he didn't stick his middle finger. He did. He did stick his middle finger. You can't fake a middle finger injury. You can't do that. Even when you have a dislocated middle finger, stick it going up like that and putting your finger up and knowing that it's a middle finger, you can't fake that. He was sticking his middle finger at the coach staff. I don't care what anybody said. There's a picture of him sticking his middle finger. Whether he dislocated or not, he was doing it deliberately to let a message know to the coaches that I don't give a damn what you're calling. Your coaching is not working. I'm doing it my way. Whether we lose or not, I'm doing it my way. Now, you could sit there and say, well, that's not a team guy. At this point, when your quarterback don't believe in you as a coach, and the receivers are have to have private meetings with A.J. Brown because they don't trust you, guys ain't going to do it your way. This is not high school. And I feel like Nick Sirianni thinks it's high school still. It's not. Like I said, when they broke down the tape first Tampa Bay, we shouldn't have even been on the field. That was one of the worst offense I've ever seen in my lifetime. Worst offense I've ever seen. There was nobody open. Nobody would get an open. And I also show you that A.J. Brown, a lot of people want him back. Listen, people talk about he's a diva, this and that. Listen, you needed A.J. Brown. Because A.J. Brown was clearing up a lot of stuff that was going behind the scenes, including the coaching, how bad it really was. You see what A.J. Brown, man, that Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, did you see how good? You see how good our offense was, right? Because people told me that A.J. Brown they were going to miss a beat without A.J. Brown. Really? Really? Who, Weapon X, man. Shout out to you, bro. But come on, dude. You don't think they were going to miss a beat? And I respect, I have no issue with him. He cool. I go to his last stream. I respect him. He brings that fire. Definitely go subscribe to him. But when he told me that A.J. Brown, you don't have to feed that crybaby diva anymore. Well, guys weren't getting open. Because A.J. Brown makes Devontae Smith get open. Without A.J. Brown, Devontae gets doubled. And that's what was happening. Now, Devontae's the number one receiver. But when you don't have A.J. Brown, you saw what it was, a one-dimensional team. It's so funny. I'm watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose 10-3 right now. I got a team that we couldn't beat. I mean, but they told me Tampa Bay's horrible. Yeah, we're horrible too. They are horrible. But so are we. Look at Roger Goodell. You know what I'm saying? Roger Goodell in the I can't stand his fucking ass. I hate Roger Goodell. You know what I'm saying? I want a DC that's aggressive. I do too, but we're not going to get one. Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Rosen don't want those guys. He would never bring a guy like Greg Williams in the building. Everybody talk about Greg Williams. He's not going to hire a guy like that. He would never bring a guy that would actually get up on it. Do you think, let me tell you something, Greg Williams would not put up with the tackling. He would not put up with the tackle. He's old school. If you don't miss a tackle, you're on the bench. Go watch him in Hard Knocks. Go watch him when he was with Cleveland. He literally cursed out the whole team in the meeting and said, this is bull. He was going off on everybody. He said, what I just watched was horrible. And I better not say that again. You're not playing. He'll get to you. I don't think players can deal. I don't think some of the players would able to handle Greg Williams. I think he would be too tough on some guys, including Mr. Podcast, a.k.a. Darius Slay, Mr. Called Big Play Slay. They don't even make a big play at all. One pick in his whole career. One. Hopefully he's out of here. Maybe he won't be back next year. Hopefully. Because I didn't want him back. He should have went with Denard Wilson. Which I don't see how he would have did anything with the Ravens because he don't believe in tackling. The Ravens tackle. So he wouldn't last with the Ravens. We should have just let him go to the Ravens, honestly. I wanted to see that. Yeah, but they won't hire a guy like that. Greg Williams is aggressive defensive coordinator. They won't hire a guy like Wink Martindale. A guy that cursed out his coach because the coach wanted them to fire his off. By the way, Wink Martindale cursed out the whole coaching staff. That's why he's out of New York. I'm sorry, not New York, MetLife, New Jersey. Because he cursed out the former coach of the Giants. What's his name? Not former, the coach currently, Brian DeBall. Because they fired his assistant behind his back. And he didn't like that. His linebacker coach, he wanted him there. But they won't hire a guy like that. They won't hire a guy that will push back against the GM or the owner. They won't do that. And that goes back to Harry Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie. They have to lose some power. And they won't. They won't. The fact that you're still looking for an offense coordinator and it's what? A week now? You sure I had an offense coordinator in play. You should have did that after the playoff loss. You really should have did that during the season because you knew you weren't going nowhere anyway. And the only thing you could come up with is Jim Bob Cooter, who was part of the Eagles staff last year. Again, why are we hiring guys from I thought we're hiring guys from outside. That's not outside. That's still promoting in. And it's not just guys they're hiring outside. It's the philosophy. You can hire guys outside, but it has to be a what you're not used to. And the Eagles, what I don't understand is they're like 3-year-olds, man. They don't want change. You know how you were little and you didn't want to change your routine? Or you still don't want to change your routine. You know your routine's messed up, but you still don't want to do it. Well, that's the Eagles. They don't want to change their routine. No matter how many times it don't work. You bang your head into the wall and it still don't work. But you keep doing it. You bang your head into the wall and you continue to do it. Why? Why do we do the exact same stuff? Like my mom always told me, if something don't work, try a different way. We don't do that. Let's keep banging our head into the wall. Because that's the definition of stupidity. CJ had a pick. Of course he had a pick. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised CJ Gardner-Johnson had a pick. I'm not surprised. Of course he had a pick. He's a great safety. Just think about it. We hired James Bradbury and we signed Slay and Bradbury over him. Just let that sink in your head. Just let that sink in your head for a minute. We decide to pay James Bradbury and Slay over him. Are you surprised? It's the Eagles. Ain't nothing surprising here. They've been doing this dumb shit since I was born. You think anything changing? Because we won one Super Bowl? And we've been to a Super Bowl recently? They're the definition of stupidity. They bring coaches in because they talk to their buddies, like Frank Wright, a guy they wanted to fire in 2017. They didn't even like him then, but they like him now, right? Because he hired Nick Sirianni, right? Because he wanted Nick Sirianni to be a coach so bad. You want to know why Frank Wright wanted Nick Sirianni out of here? You want to know why? Because he couldn't call plays. You didn't think that, did you? And I just came up with it. Think about it. Why would Frank Wright tell Harry Roseman to hire Nick Sirianni when he didn't even call plays as a coach, offensive coordinator? Andy Reid fired him when he was in Kansas City as an offensive coordinator. You let me know, what does that say? Oh, because he knows Phillip Rivers. Remember, he was supposed to be a genius and know how to call plays. We got lied to. Again, lied to. Like usual, lied to. Jeffrey Lurie and Harry Roseman lied to us. Nick Sirianni is supposed to be the genius McVay. If he can't call plays, why did you hire him? Because he's a puppet. Not because he could call plays. They don't give a shit if you call. I could be the Eagles coach right now. All I got to do is say the BDS man. Can you do this? Yep, you're hired. Not because you have any background. Nah, they don't care about that. Because someone tell me what Sean Desai's background was. Not winning. He was an assistant defensive coordinator. He's never been a legit defensive coordinator. He's been an assistant. Why was he hired? Why was Matt Patricia hired when he just got fired by the Lions and every player in the Lions hated his ass? Can you do this, Matt Patricia? You're hired. Are you surprised? Honestly, are we surprised for anything that's happening right now? The fact that Nick Sirianni's not fired yet. Jeffrey Lurie had an hour meeting. Jeffrey Lurie is supposed to go over the things that Nick Sirianni is supposed to be doing. Jeffrey Lurie don't care. Jeffrey Lurie cares about money. He's becoming a Jerry Jones. You get pissy and mad. I don't care about that. You did that. Don't get mad at the coach. You picked him. Be mad at yourself. Because you could have stepped in anytime you wanted to. You let that ship sink all the way to the bottom of the sea, like the Titanic. And that's what happened. The Eagles ship sank, and it was sinking, and you could have saved it. You didn't do that. You didn't give them life support. You didn't do none of that. You let the ship sink, or sank, in the deep of the ocean, where no one can find it. And that was his offense. No one could find his offense. What was the offense? What was it? What was our identity? We didn't have one. The whole year we didn't have identity. That's the Eagles. It is the Eagles. Look, I don't mean to be negative, and I'm a true fan. Okay, I'm really passionate with my team. But you get tired of hearing the exact same stuff. You get tired of hearing the exact same stuff over and over again. And people want to sit there and they want to overlook things. They want to sit there and say everything's going to get better. And yeah, maybe we'll hire a raw offensive coordinator and we'll go to the Super Bowl, but then we won't retain him. We'll be right back to where we were. Again. I'm hoping that they actually interview. I'm hoping when Ben Johnson goes out to playoffs, or let's say the Buccaneers win, they pick him as a coach and they fire Nick. Because again, can someone tell me for a million times, because everybody says he's a good coach, what does he do? A coach definition of a coach is to call plays. He can't do that. He can't even lead his men when they're in a bad situation, their backs against the wall. He can't even lead them and make them eager to win. At least Doug Peterson was able to get his guys back and try to win games. He couldn't even do that. So what does he do? He can't motivate guys. Oh, he's a flower speech? What does he do? What does he do? They weren't ready for the playoffs, though. What does he do? You let me know what he does, because I don't see anything. I don't see what he does. Any that should be even in the building. What does he do? What's a good coach? What does he do? How's he a good coach? Well, he made the playoffs for 3 years. No, he made the playoffs because he had offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. They're having coaches right now. They're head coaches right now, both of them. One of them was able to somewhat take the coach and turn him to someone decent without a starting quarterback. They had Minshew. Minshew's horrible, but still was able to put Minshew in a good situation to succeed. Despite Anthony Richardson going down. What does he do? In 2021, Jalen Hurts got us to the playoffs. Not Nick. Nick would give him credit for it, but he didn't do it. In 2022, Jalen Hurts did that. And the offensive coordinator. Nick Sirianni didn't do that. Nick Sirianni is nothing but a cheerleader. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. Because if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't be in this situation. You know how he gets cocky? Talk about, hey, Chiefs, see ya. All that stuff. That's great and fine when you win. But when you don't win, it makes you look like an asshole. It makes you look like you're a total prick. Not to curse, but that's what you are. You make a fool of yourself. You can be cocky all you want, but back it up. And if you're going to run your mouth, like my mom always told me, you better be able to back the attitude with it. And he can't do that. He'll get an attitude with the refs. He'll get an attitude with everybody else. He'll be all, be all of a Mr. Arrogant. Or I should say he's always Mr. Arrogant. And I like that about him because that's what our fans are, arrogant. But you need to win with that arrogance. If you're just arrogant, you know what, and losing, then you need to go. Because the arrogance ain't working for you. And that doesn't get you anywhere. That makes you look like, that's why some of the fans don't like him. Because he's too arrogant. Because they know he's not a good coach. And I followed into that category. I thought he was a good coach. I was wrong. Nick Sirianni can't call plays. We seen in 2021. I told people 2021 was the exact same thing in 2024. Sorry, 2023. It is 2024 now. But in 2023, Nick Sirianni, since week 1, was calling the plays along with Brian Johnson. And they were both horrible. I said it looked like 2021 offense. No, you got to give it time. Okay. And now we sit on the couch. I'm not bragging because listen, I didn't want to be right. But I know football. I watch football. I literally lecture everybody in my family about football, even though a lot of them are not football fans. None of them are. That's why I have a YouTube channel to talk with y'all because y'all have football and you like football and you know football. And I like Eagle fans who I can talk to about football. If that makes any sense. I'm pissed that they wanted to keep him. I'm not really. Yeah, I am pissed, man. Because guess what? This team is so talented. And when I watch teams like the Lions, and I watch teams like the 49ers who didn't deserve the number 1 seed and was so lucky they beat Green Bay. Did you see how Brock Purdy is trash? The guy doesn't know how to read it. He really didn't win that game for them. It was Christian McCaffrey they ran the football because they knew Brock Purdy couldn't throw the ball. And they routed Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy was missing a lot of throws yesterday. The Packers were overly aggressive. The 49ers won because they ran the ball. If you can't stop their running game, which the Packers struggled with, you weren't winning this game. You have to stop their running game. That's how you beat the 49ers. You have to stop their running game. And unfortunately, Christian McCaffrey that dude's different. That dude is different. It's why he's one of the best running backs in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I am pissed that you're keeping Nick. Because Nick can't do nothing. What does he do? I keep on hearing from fans on IG and on Twitter. They say, Nick is a good coach. You're casual. Well, tell me, what does he do? If I'm casual, then tell me what does he do? What does he do? Why do we need an offense coordinator to call plays for him? Because that tells me he can't be a coach then. If you need someone to help you game plan an offense that you're supposed to be a genius about, right? Nick Sirianni is supposed to be Mr. McVay, right? He was supposed to fix Carson Wentz. He wouldn't be able to fix Carson Wentz anyway. But still, that's not the point. The point was we were lied to by the organization because he was supposed to be Mr. McVay, Mr. Guy that could call plays. That's why we fired Doug, because he couldn't call plays. But did you hire a guy like Nick Sirianni who can't call plays? So one of those two things happened. You lied to our fan base, or Frank Wright lied to you that you want to hire him as offensive coordinator for, that you tried to fire him in 2017 for, when Doug tried to stop you from doing it. You know, the same organization that tried to fire Frank Wright, the same one who won him a Super Bowl the next year? Yeah. But we want to ask Frank Reich, what do you think of Nick? Oh, he's a good coach. Oh, let's hire him. Not what does he have? What does he have that's different from other coaches? I would ask, what does he call plays? Oh, yeah, he calls plays. Really? So how come he's fighting Kansas City? No, we don't do that. We don't bother sitting down with actual coaches and actually getting to know. We just hire guys because they're linked to other organizations. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's why he's in a coach, because Sirianni refusing to change. And the reason why he got a coaching job, because he was offered one. Of course, I would love to be a coach. If the Eagles called me up and say, hey, you want to be a coach? Sure. Why would I not pass up? I would never pass the opportunity of being a coach for the Eagles. Anybody who's coming up wants to be a coach. A homeless guy down the street would love to be a coach right now. You make millions of dollars. Just to be a yes man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't think they would hire a guy like Ben Johnson. You want me to tell you why they wouldn't hire Ben Johnson? Because Ben Johnson wouldn't put up with Howard Roseman. Ben Johnson wouldn't put up with Jeffrey Lurie. And I'm not blaming Howard. I'm not saying fire. I'm not on that. But I'm just saying, you have to give up some power. They're not going to do that. So, we're going to continue to do the exact same stuff. And if we go to the Super Bowl, we won't retain our offensive coordinators. We'll promote within again. And we'll be the exact same way we are right now. In the exact same situation. Again. This organization hasn't learned their mistakes. We think they do, but then they go back to same shit that put them out of the playoffs. Like, you should have knew if Doug Pearson didn't call plays and you fired him because he wanted to hire Press Taylor, then why did you hire Nick Sirianni? Now you got to either keep Nick Sirianni and hope he can get off the corner that can actually change the team around, or you fire him, and then who are we going to hire? Who's going to want to come in there? It's going to be, we're going to hire the Houston Texans offensive coordinator. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're going to hire another coach's staff member. The special teams kicker, assistant coach. I don't know. Bill Myers. I don't know. Some guy that we don't know nothing about. He'll be our head coach. He'll kiss Lurie's ass. He'll kiss Howard Roseman's ass. Howard Roseman tells him to go get his coffee. He'll do it. We'll hire another puppet. Another scapegoat. Another guy that can't call plays. Because we don't want a guy like that. And guys who want to be coaches want full power. Not full power, but just some power. Where they get to pick their players. And Howard Roseman don't want to do that. Because ever since he got thrown in the broom closet by Chip Kelly, he won't give it up. And that goes back to Jeffrey Lurie, because you have the opportunity to change that. And you can take away power anytime you want. You want to get mad all you want. You want to get angry all you want. I don't give a damn how angry you get. You did this. You're about to be what? You're 71 years old, and you still haven't learned your mistakes. Isn't Jeffrey Lurie 71 years old now? You're 71 years old. When are you going to actually get it through your head that you need a real coach? And I always notice when the owners start getting more older and older, they get more senile. They start losing grip of reality. Is Jeffrey Lurie capable of being an owner for real? Does he understand what's going on? Does he still think we're in a Super Bowl era? Does he think we're still in 2017? I don't even know if he noticed that anymore. Does he understand what's going on? Or is he too far gone? Do we have to worry about another Jerry Jones in Dallas? Do we have to worry about that? Because they don't care about winning. They didn't fire Mike McCarthy. They should have fired Mike McCarthy. He was horrible. But they ain't going to do that. What? Like, is Jeffrey Lurie / Jerry Jones 2.0, are we going to have to worry about another Jerry Jones situation? An Al Davis situation? A guy that will hire coaches after coaches, and will never hire another guy until they die. Or get older where they can't do it anymore. And give it to their son, who's supposed to be 10 times worse than Jeffrey Lurie. Do I have to worry about Jeffrey Lurie being too senile to understand what's going on? Is he old enough to is he too old? That's what I want to wonder. That's why I want to know. Will he ever learn his mistakes? Not ever. Will he ever learn his mistakes from his past? I don't know. He talked about how he's going to help Nick Sirianni. He's going to look at Nick Sirianni's offense, and if it's not good enough, he's not going to do that. He likes guys like Jim Bob Cooter. He would like guys more passing. Jeffrey Lurie's a guy that wants passing. This is what he complained about in the press conferences. You think Jeffrey Lurie cares if we pass more? No, he wants that. That's why he issued with Frank Reich. That's why he issued with Shane Steichen. That's why he didn't bring these guys back. Think about it. That's why he sat Doug Peterson down in every meeting and said, why are you not passing more? Why are you running the ball? What do you do to this on this play? I'm sorry, I'm the coach. You the owner. Sit back down and be quiet. Come on. Why is the owner telling a coach what things to do? You hired me to win a game, right? Did you hire me to win a Super Bowl, right? Do we hire guys just because they what? A coach supposed to run the ball and call plays, right? So if Jeffrey Lurie's getting upset at Doug Peterson for running the ball, then why would he not get mad at an offensive coordinator that Nick Sirianni likes that will throw the ball more? Because that's what Jim Bob Cooter is. A guy that believes in passing all the damn time. To the point where it leads in interceptions. Come on, bro. Jeffrey Lurie don't care about that shit. Jeffrey Lurie don't care nothing. He cares about selling jerseys and getting money. And building new stadiums. We got a chance to hire Mike Vrabel. And we're not hiring Mike. Mike Vrabel ain't coming here. Mike Vrabel, they're not going to hire Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's too hard on his players. Mike Vrabel runs the ball. You got to understand something, man. Jeffrey Lurie is not going to hire a real coach. He will never ever hire a real coach. Because he wants a puppet. Let me repeat it again. You will not get a Mike Vrabel. Now, I would love Mike Vrabel. Because I saw what he did with Ryan Tannehill. He took him a 13-2 record. But he will never hire Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel would not put up with some of the stuff that Jeffrey Lurie would tell Doug Peterson and Nick. Why are you not running the ball? Mike Vrabel would look at him like, who the hell are you? I'm the coach. I'm a Super Bowl champion. Two-time Super Bowl. I believe he was two-time Super Bowl champion. Why do you think Bill Belichick don't want to come here? Now, I don't want Bill Belichick. I don't like him as a coach. I don't like. But you know why Bill Belichick don't want to come here? You know why he don't have interest? Because he don't like Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman. He doesn't like how they run things. He looks at the coaches and he says, I don't want to be part of that. He'd rather go somewhere like Atlanta with less talent that would give him more control. Sorry to say it. The reality is our owner has to change his ways. And that's why I go back to, is he old enough? Is he older where he doesn't know what's going on? Is he starting to become senile? Is he starting to have Alzheimer's? Is he starting to lose it? Is he starting to lose it? Does his wife have to remind him every day to put a shirt on? Because if he does, then he doesn't need to be our owner. Because that's scary. I hope that's not the case. But if Jeffrey Lurie does not see his ways, then we got to start talking about it. Is Jeffrey Lurie able to be an owner? Is he another Jerry Jones where he thinks he's still in the Super Bowl from the 90s? Because Jeffrey Lurie wants a pass-happy offense. Before that, he was a fantasy draft owner. So you know, every time Jalen throws, he gets fit. He's playing fantasy. I know he does. Oh, look, Jalen's got me fantasy points. Not the fact that we won the game, but the fact he got fantasy points. Because if he was a fantasy owner, if he did fantasy drafts and fantasy, doing fantasy drafts and all that stuff, then why would he care about, like, you gotta understand who Jeffrey Lurie is. Jeffrey Lurie does not care about winning another Super Bowl. As long as if he sees what he wants to see and has a pass-happy offense. Because when you run the ball, you don't get a lot of highlights. You don't get a lot of highlights. You get more highlights when you throw the ball. And that's where Jeff Lurie gets his numbers, why he gets a lot of sales. When you guys buy jerseys, like I said, I would never buy another jersey in my lifetime. You want to know why? If my mom buys me a jersey for Christmas, that's fine. That's her money. I will never buy a jersey out of my own paycheck. Ever. Because I will never support Jeffrey Lurie. Because Jeffrey Lurie, all he does is pocket that money and does nothing with it. Why am I supporting a team that doesn't care how I feel? Now, I will always support my team no matter what, but I'll never pay for no merchandise. It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense that we have an owner who still does the exact same shit. And I'm just wondering, is Jeffrey Lurie going senile? Bro, I'm high and scared again. You're high and scared? Dude, I think you need to start getting alcohol ready if you're high and scared already. Because I'm telling you, next year, it's going to get bad, man. It's going to get bad if we don't fix our ways. Look at that. They already sacked. I mean, they're killing Baker Mayfield. Aiden Hutchinson. He was a beast. He was a beast. That's why I'll never go to an Eagles game. No, I don't go to Eagles game because they're expensive. And yeah, that's another reason why. Why would I go to the Eagles game? You got to understand the type of fan I am. I'm not going to cheer for some sorry-ass play calling. I'll be the one yelling at the stands telling them to get out of here. That's a fan I am. Some of the fans in the stadium would want to ask the security guards to kick me out. I'm too emotional. I'm too overboard with my games. The neighbors can hear me down the street when I'm yelling at the games. So just imagine me at the stadium and I see some crappy call. Just let that sink in. And number two, I'm not paying thousands of dollars to watch. And trust me, my guy Andy, shout out to him, but I think he went to the Bell for the Bills and the Eagles game. I told him I didn't want to go. And I was offered go there. I didn't want to go. I said, no, I'm okay. I was offered to go watch the Eagles play the Bills. And I refused to go. I said I didn't want to go. Shout out to my guy Andy if he's in the building. Shout out to him. One of my friends that, fortunately, I don't know if he still is here. But I'll never go to another game, ever. Because I don't like the front office. I don't like how they run things. They run things the wrong way. They don't care about the fan. You think they care about us? You think they care about us? If they cared about us, they would change their ways. You think they cared about it? You really think they care about us? No, they care about your money. They care about you buying jerseys. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They could give a damn if you buy tickets or not. Because you're going to buy tickets. You're going to waste money on tickets and hope that you win. You want to know why Eagle fans are so happy every time they go to games? Because they're drunk. And a lot of them get drunk before the games because they realize they're going to get disappointed. Because a real Eagle fan without alcohol would be running down that field and punching one of these coaches out. Just being real with you. Might go up to one of the Jeffrey Lurie's upstairs and knocking him out. So you better hope the Eagles are drunk. Especially Eagle fans. That's why they're always drunk in tailgates. Because they realize it's depressing to watch a crappy offense. And they realize they're going to get disappointed again. So they get sober to make them happy. Not sober, to get drunk, to make them happy. It is what it is. Say Gaga for 1,000, bro. Get your goof ass on somewhere, man. The fuck you talking about saying God? Why the hell would I say that? First of all, I even can't get a super chat anyway. I ain't saying no What? Gang, get out of here, bro. The kid for Fournette. Go back to Fournette, dude. So I said Gaga for 1,000. First of all, you don't have 1,000 probably. And second of all, you're a troll. I'm never going to say that word. You want me to say Gaga? Well, what? You don't even have 1,000. If I give you my cash app right now, which I don't have one, but if I did, you wouldn't even pull up 1,000. I bet you don't even have 1,000. So stop doing that, man. Stop. Before I put your ass in timeout. Then you can really be with the little kids and play Fortnite all you want in the timeout chair, in the corner. When your parents put you in the corner when you were bad, when you were little, you know, when I was little, my mom would ground me and tell me go in your room. Yeah, go in your room. So I say Gaga for 1,000. Get your clown ass on somewhere. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Talk about 1,000. Seriously doubt it. You're 23 years old? Seriously doubt it, bro. You're going to give me 1,000 for saying Gaga? I don't believe that. You're a trash talker. And who the fuck is you? Who is you? I'm a trash talker. No, I'm a content creator. Nice to meet you. I'm EC1. He said I'm a trash talker. You're right, I am. Yeah, I am. When my team does horrible. Yeah, I do trash talk my team. You can leave anytime you want. Thank you for coming on. Please hit that like, subscribe button if you want to. You don't have to. 5 years. Okay. In 5 years, you just, what? I love trolls, man. Welcome to the trolls too. Welcome to my channel. And just to let you know, if you do want to be in timeout and you need some time alone, we do have the timeout chair. Different sizes too. You want a big chair? You want a small chair? How about the little kitty chair? We got different sizes of chairs. Pick one, or act right. Because you know when your mom was disciplining you, she got the belt and whooped you, or she smacked you with your hand. Yeah. And she put you in your room, and you didn't come out. You ate dinner and you went to your room. Yeah, I think you need to do that. In my channel, we put you in it. We put you in the corner. No toys, nothing like that. No electronics. You losing everything. You know what I'm saying? The kid for Fortnite, you're not even a road dude, bro. Yeah, go in timeout, bro. Go in timeout, man. First guy in the timeout chair. Straight to the timeout chair. That's what you get. Right to the timeout chair. Go sit in the corner. Like a little child. You know when they did when your parents did what? Yeah, go in the timeout chair. Timeout chair. And John S., you're next too. Don't even try, bro. I got plenty. Moderators. If you see any trolling, get them up out of here. Especially the real trolls. Now they can talk crap about my team all you want, but when they get disrespectful, you're gone. You're gone. You can call me idiot all you want. You the one who came in there and told me to say Gaga for 1,000. Who's the real idiot? No one says that. No one offers 1,000 just to say something stupid. Nah, you're a troll. You mad because I called you a troll? Bye. Have fun. Go sit in Thomas Chen. You can say Gaga all you want for 1,000. How about that one? Clown ass. Get your ass out of here, man. 32-9 is crazy. Are you talking about the Buccaneers? I gave the Buccaneers credit. The Buccaneers showed us who we were. Horrible. We didn't deserve to be in the playoffs, period. What do you want me to say? Baker Mayfield had a field day against us. I picked the Buccaneers to win. I said Todd Bowles was going to blitz Jalen Hurts, which he did. Todd Bowles is a very good coach. I like Todd Bowles. It is what it is. I think the Buccaneers, if they beat the Lions, are going to the Super Bowl. I think they knocked the 49ers, because I think if you blitz Brock Purdy the right way, Brock Purdy would be folded. I think the Buccaneers, if they beat the Lions, they're going to beat the 49ers. And that's just my prediction. I think it's going to be the Buccaneers, if they beat the Lions, they're sending the 49ers home in their home. They're a very scary team. And I think Baker Mayfield is on the right team right now. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me a lot like Nick Foles a little bit. That they needed a quarterback to come in there, and he's doing that. He's doing what they asked him to do. You know, so we got 8 likes. Appreciate for y'all watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind Bucs fans. I have no issue with them. I gave you credit. Go back and watch my live streams. Go back and watch before the game. I said that Todd Bowles is going to blitz us. And the Bucs weren't better than the Eagles. It's just the Eagles were horrible. They didn't deserve to be in the same playoffs as the Bucs. And we never beat Tampa Bay in Tampa, especially in the playoff game. Don't worry. I lost some Eagle supporters because I said what I had to say. Was that we were losing to Tampa Bay. Oh, you're a fake fan. That's dirty work. Okay? I told you Todd Bowles was one of the best defense coordinators. That he was going to do the exact same thing that the Giants did. And people didn't like to hear that. Well, you're saying how they beat us. No, they're watching film as we were playing the Giants. After the Giants game, they were watching film immediately. What do you think? Playoff teams don't watch film? No, we don't do that though. But they do. Real coaches watch film. Something we don't do. Because we didn't watch film. There's no way we watch film this year. Ain't no way. Real teams who trying to go to Super Bowl watch film. They expose your weaknesses. And if you rush Jalen Hurts and you blitz him, because guys don't get open, there's no route running really. You were down a receiver. You had to run the ball. You didn't do that. You gave Swift, 5 touches at best. It is what it is, man. Bucs versus Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are winning. I think the Ravens are going to lose to Kansas. I think it's going to be Kansas City again. Until someone takes Mahomes out the playoffs, I got to go with Mahomes. I think the Ravens have a great defense. But I ain't going to lie to you. I think Lamar Jackson won a playoff game because he was more of a game manager. Now, he ran, and he wasn't bad, but he was getting great field position. Not saying he was a bad quarterback, and I think Lamar Jackson did great. He proved his haters wrong. He won a playoff game. I can't take that away from him. And that's what they did with Brock Purdy. They took the ball out of his hands, and they won the game. Now, Lamar made some good throws. He was making some good throws. But you want to know why he's making good throws, though? I'll tell you why. Because they have a great offensive coordinator. John Harbaugh. Good head coach. You want to know where John Harbaugh came from? This team. That team. Us. Yeah. John Harbaugh, Sean McVay, those guys in the playoffs, yeah, they came from us. Our old coaches are in the playoffs. Yeah. You didn't know that? Oh, you didn't know that? I'm sorry to break it to you. John Harbaugh was a former Eagles coach, I believe coach, right? Second head coach, something like that. Won a Super Bowl. Still the coach. See, they don't go through coaches like we do. They keep a coach and they isolate a coach because they have a real coach in Baltimore. See, we don't hire a coach. We hire guys are puppets. They ain't coaches. Sean McVay, I'm sorry, not Sean McVay. Sean McDermott was an Eagles coach. I think he was part of the system with Jim Johnson. Just saying. Hey, moderators, can someone come up? Yeah. The kid who plays Fournette, get him up out here. Get him up out of here. He's about saying Google got. Bro, get your goof ass on here, out of here, man. Dude, why are you trying to sit there and try to troll, man? Like, seriously, bro. You can't be 23 years old. Thank you. Now sit in the timeout chair. Back to the timeout chair. Google Gaga to the timeout chair. Now you got the timeout chair. Now you can say Google Gaga all you want. Which is for $10,000. Get his ass out of here. We don't have infants in this chat, bro. I don't do with infants. You act your age around here. Tell me to say Google Gaga. Who do you think you are? He don't got $1,000. He lying. He ain't 23. He's probably 15. No 23-year-old is making someone say goo goo gaga unless he's immature. Now get your ass out of here and go suck your pacifier like a little kid, man. Go play your Fortnite. The kid who plays Fortnite. Yeah, you must have thought this was Fortnite. You have the wrong channel, buddy. You thought it was a gaming channel? You thought I show speed? Did you think that? Did you think that? Did you think that? You thought I was I show speed? You thought I was I show speed? I was going to sit there and say Google got for 1,000. I wouldn't even say for 1,000. Why would I embarrass myself like that? Now you could go sit in timeout. Appreciate you for coming on. But now you got to sit there now we got to put you in timeout, man. All because you didn't act your age. Because you wanted to be a troll. We talking football and you over here trolling. It's cool though. We got plenty of time at you. Who wants to join? Let me know. Just comment. Just comment stupid. We'll get your ass out of here for free. It's EC1 channel over here. I'm trying to grow the stream. Juicy World, welcome to the channel. I don't even know who you are, but we're keeping an eye on YouTube. Crack, yeah, looking, huh? I don't even know who this is. You look like a stir turtle. And who are you? Who are you? Hey, Young ST4 World, I don't know who you are, but go sit in timeout too, buddy. I look like a turtle, a stewed turtle. I don't even make sense, dude. Now, guess what you are? You're the guy that put in timeout and in timeout chair. Like your parents did when you were little, like I told the other dude, go sit in the timeout chair in the corner. Go sit in the corner. In the corner you go. In the corner you go. With the man that says Google Gaga, that's in the timeout chair too. Because he didn't want to act his age and you didn't either. Juicy World, I appreciate that, man. If you love football, subscribe, dude. Especially if you like Eagles content. I don't mind people talking football, but once you get disrespectful or you try to troll, you're gone. If you're trolling just to be an asshole, you're gone. If you want to talk shit about my team, that's fine. But once you try to troll and spam or say racist stuff, you're gone. I don't put up with it. Appreciate Juicy World. Appreciate it. Hit that like button, because the more people come, more guys like Juicy World comes on my channel. And other trolls that I just put in timeout. They probably unsubscribe from me now. Oh my, I'm sorry. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? I probably hurt their feelings. Fortnite kid's probably telling his mommy right now on me. He ain't 23 years old. If he's 23 years old, I feel really bad for him. Because I'm 22 years old and I'm more mature than you are, bro. Go get an actual job, dude. Not trolling. Because that don't get you money. It's funny, bro. It's funny. It's funny that these trolls come in. They have nothing to do. Listen, they have to troll, man. Their life ain't worth living. A lot of them don't have a real life. Look at the Lions rushing yard. 22 yards, 40 yards, 1.8 average. I mean, they're running the ball. Look at them running the ball again. Ben Johnson. That's the offense coordinator. If I'm the Lions, I would never let him go, bro. He's been the best offense coordinator. I would not let him be head coach. If I'm the Lions, I would make sure he'd be out of interviewing for coaches. Because I'm telling you right now, if I'm Detroit, I would be smart. Because if I know the Eagles, which I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but if I'm the Eagles, I would go after Ben Johnson the second he's out of the playoffs. Or he's done after the Super Bowl. They get there, or the NFC Champ, whatever. Golf. Wide open. Laporta breaks it free. Laporta. First down. Look at that offense. No, I'm not clapping because I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I'm clapping because they actually run an offense. And I like football that actually looks fun to watch. I wish we ran an offense like that. Look at the route running. Look at the route running. Look at the route running. Look at the tight end wide open. Man, I miss those days. That's what we had last year, man. I miss those. Wide open, simple, perfect execution. Ben Johnson. He's going to be another McVay. We won't get him. But whoever gets him, they got a good coach coming. I hope he do, but I don't think it will ever happen. Our defense can't even tackle. No, they can't. And I'm hoping that we hire a real defense coordinator. Someone from the Jim Johnson tree. Because I'm tired of the Vic Fangio tree. It needs to be chopped down. That shit does not work in the NFL. Did you see Vic Fangio? Is he in the playoffs right now? No, I don't think he is. I think he got eliminated the first round they played. And they lost to Buffalo. So called for a real great defense coordinator. The Chiefs were able to throw the ball on him. On Peacock. For every world to see. I'm just saying. That Vic Fangio tree is great and fine. Until you run into teams like that. Uh-oh, players down. Is that Devin White? I hope that's not Devin White. I don't think it's Devin White. Who's number 0 for Tampa Bay? He's down. Let's see. Jared Goff looks comfortable as possible. Whoever it is, I don't know who that is. Who is that? I don't know who that is. I couldn't see it. But prayers up to him, man. Hope he's okay. We don't wish injuries on nobody. It's frustrating that we're not in the playoffs, bro. It's frustrating. I don't know why we're not in the playoffs, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it one bit. It should be us. Instead, it's not. Yeah, Greg Williams just the right guy for this. Yeah, he is. But we're not going to hire a guy like that. Yeah, Moorhead can go. Yeah, well, he's horrible. Let me get some of these comments because I missed some of it. I was busy talking. Yeah, appreciate that. He's off. He's the OC for the Colts last year. Who? Jim Bob Cooter. I don't want Jim Bob Cooter. I'm tired of getting guys from the Colts, man. That's how you end up with Nick Sirianni. Like, seriously, can we get someone from the 49ers? Can we get someone from Green Bay? How about Detroit? I'd love to pick some of those coaches out. I'm tired of the coaching tree from the Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, not only that, we get guys from the Bears because we have a good relationship with them. I'm tired of that. Why do we go for the Colts organization coaches? Nick Sirianni from the Colts. Frank Wright, the offensive coordinator, from the Colts. Shane Steichen. What was he, from the Chargers? Was the Colts offensive coordinator too? He was a good one. But still, I'm tired of that. We get guys from the Vic Fangio tree. Why? Why? Stop doing that. I don't like that one bit. I think that's why you have issues now. Because you don't hire a coach. You hire guys from the coach tree. The Indianapolis Colts have not won a Super Bowl since Peyton Manning was around as the franchise quarterback. Since Manning is gone, they have not won a Super Bowl yet. Andrew Luck was there for a while before he got hurt. But seriously, if Jim Bob Cooter was off scoring last year for the Colts, I really don't want him. Because weren't they eliminated from the playoffs last year? What? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it the year? What year was it Frank Wright fired that year too? Let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I thought the Colts were eliminated last year. Did the Colts make the playoffs though? Did they? If they did, maybe I'm making a mistake from the previous years. I don't know. I don't want the Colts, or I don't want coaches. I'm tired of it. I don't care if they're good or not. I don't want them here. Look at the Lions. Look at Ben Johnson, man. A genius. He's a fucking genius. I would love to have him as my coach. Because then I don't have to worry about a coach leaving. He can call plays. I don't want Sirianni's puppets. But Sirianni's a puppet, though. And Sirianni don't know how to call plays, though. We hire guys that don't know how to call plays. I don't know why. Like Ben Johnson, man. If we could get Ben Johnson, man, this organization learned their lesson. If we could get him Harbaugh. Now, here's the thing about Harbaugh, right? Everybody wants him. You want to know why Harbaugh ain't going to come here? Number one, he said already that if he's the coach, he wants to draft McCaffrey, the quarterback that's with Michigan. He's going to go somewhere where there's no quarterback. That's a dumpster fire. That's going to allow him to draft his guys. He will never, ever go to the Eagles where they already have a franchise quarterback. Okay. Number two, just because he wins in college does not make him great in the NFL. Dude, Chip Kelly was a great college coach. Matter of fact, Harbaugh, before he went to college, was an NFL coach for the 49ers. Horrible. He was horrible. He was fired. And that's why he went to the college. He's great in college because college is different than NFL. You can understand. Just because you're in college and you win does not make you an NFL coach. Everybody hyping him, and that's fine. They hired Chip Kelly up. You saw how that turned out. Just because you're in college don't mean you can take that college stuff to the NFL. It is what it is, bro. I'm just being real with you. Harbaugh, I don't know how you would do in the NFL. He's already been in the NFL and he failed. That's why he was in college, because the 49ers fired him. And he went back to something he was familiar with. You got to be able to change your ways in the NFL. You can't do things in college. That's why Brian Johnson didn't work as an offensive coordinator this year. He tried to bring his college stuff to the NFL, and it doesn't work. You got to be creative in the NFL. And if you want to bring some college stuff, that's fine. But you got to actually mix it up with real stuff. You can't just bring college plays to the NFL. You got to be a real coach in the NFL. This is grown men. You're not playing with high school guys. You're not playing with college guys. These guys are smarter than you think, especially on defense. They get paid top money to shut down those type of coaches, man. Defense coordinators like Todd Bowles, seen everything. Suppose he didn't see Ben Johnson, though. Because look at the Lions scored again. They're going to the Super Bowl, man. 16-10. Because they ran the ball. And they're creative. It frustrates me. It frustrates the fuck out of me, man. I don't like it one bit. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of all the Eagles hired these random. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm fucking done with it, man. Like, why is Nick Sirianni still in the building? Well, why? Well, the players like him. The players have no choice but to say it. Look, man. If the players liked them, there wouldn't be no private meetings. If the players like, you see how Fletcher Cox got so hostile? First of all, I don't know why Fletcher Cox getting hostile with Jeff McClain. Oh, I didn't hear anything about Nick Sirianni get fired. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop it. I like you, Fletch, but come on, dude. You knew damn well you knew damn well there was stuff that going to be said about Nick Sirianni. You knew damn well that if the players that were in the building didn't show up, there's going to be questions about Nick Sirianni. Listen, I love Fletcher Cox, and trust me, I love him when he clowns McClain, because McClain's a fool. The guy does nothing but instigate. He's the reason why he reported that Jalen Hurts had no leadership in the locker room. He's also the same dummy that reportedly thought A.J. Brown wasn't happy. Why A.J. Brown had to silence the media because Jeff McClain and the Philly Inquirer. Why there's even talks about A.J. Brown might, not even factor, but it's not going to happen, but talks about him getting traded because of those clowns. The Texans are high possibility getting him. Dude, they're not getting him. Why would we do it anyway? You can't trade him. He has a contract extension with the Eagles. His contract right now, if you trade him, would be a cap hit. And we're not trading our star receiver. It's stupid. It's stupid. He did nothing wrong. There's a lot of fan base who I just don't understand. Trade A.J. Brown. Shut up. No, trade you. Trade you out the fan base. I don't know why the hell you trade A.J. Brown. A.J. didn't do nothing to you. What did he do? Well, because he wasn't happy with the coach. I'm not happy with the coaching. Jalen Hurts wasn't happy with the coach. Were you saying, oh yeah, that's enough to trade Jalen Hurts, right? So what? We're going to end up with another what? Zach Wilson in the draft? Hey, y'all wanted Tua as quarterback? I don't think Miami likes him. I watch a lot of I watched one Dolphins consecrator, and they're frustrated with Tua. But wait, he was supposed to be better than Jalen Hurts in college. Remember? The guy can't throw the ball. But yeah, people tell me about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. Jalen Hurts is accurate. Jalen Hurts, people tell me he can't read defense. No. A lot of times he reads the defense, but unfortunately, what do you want him to do? He can read the defense, but you can't expect him to do everything. He read the defense enough to try to get at least some points on the board against Tampa Bay. Guys don't get open. What do you want him to do? Well, read the defense. What do you mean? Guys don't get open. There's no structure with this offense. Read the defense. Read the defense. That's all you say. How about you read these? How about you read read a book? How about that? Dumbest guide how to understand football 101. Because most of y'all think it's just the quarterback, and it's not. But you know, it's not real Eagle fans are saying, it's the troll Eagle fans. The ones who hated Jalen Hurts the day he took Carson Wentz's job. Some of these fans are still Carson Wentz fans. And that's the truth. Tua can't read a defense. No, Tua cannot read a defense. Tua is horrible. I feel bad for Miami. I really do. Tua cannot read a defense. Oh, there's a flag. Lines jumped off sides. Tua cannot read a defense at all. And a lot of times his balls are thrown, it's underthrown. If you get pressure into his face and you press up on he can't read it. He showed that. Now, can he get better? Obviously he can. But there's some things that you can't teach. Accuracy you can't teach. But you can teach how to read it. No, I'm sorry. Take that back. You can't teach you don't have a big arms. A lot of quarterbacks don't have big arms. You can't teach big arm. But you can teach accuracy. Jalen Hurts has accuracy. He learned it. Maybe Tua does that. But, you know, the thing about Tua, what a lot of people had a problem with coming in the draft was is he good enough to win in this league? Because a lot of Bama quarterbacks don't last in this league. Jalen Hurts is probably only the one that's pretty much lasting. If I had to put if I had money on it, which I don't, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that guy actually went to my PayPal, offered me $1,000 because he wanted me. Yeah, never mind. That's stupid. But anyway, if I had somewhat money, I would put on that Jalen Hurts would outlast both Bryce Young and Tua out the league before he goes. That Jalen Hurts will be the only quarterback out of Alabama / Oklahoma that will actually last. Mac Jones ain't lasting. Bill Belichick wanted to trade him, and the Patriots said no. That's why they got rid of him. That's why they got rid of him. And I don't think they hired a real coach. I think Robert Kraft made a huge mistake. They hired a guy like Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo, I think, is going to be a horrible coach for them. Because he won Super Bowls. So what? You know, he's already talking about, black coach. Listen, I don't get into racist, but dude, come on, man. A white owner gave you a job, and you talk about, you got to see color. Man, stop it, bro. If I was Robert Kraft, people would hate me. Oh, man, you said that shit in front of me? I would fire you in front of the press conference. Hey, Gerard Mayo, you're fired. But I just got the job. Yeah, until you brought up that you got to see color. No, we don't put up with that. We don't do that. I offer you a job. I'm white. You have a problem with me? Like, seriously, I would have fired him. I don't need that in my locker room. I would go and fire him immediately. Second I hire him, nope, he's fired. We fired him. He's out of here. Go somewhere else with that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's distractions right there. I think that would be distractions in the NFL. And they're always going to talk about that now. Now the Patriots will always hear about that. You'll hear it every game next year. Gerard Mayo, he talked about he got to see color and all that. It's like, come on, stop it, man. Come on, stop it. Todd Bowles is a head coach. He's a head coach. D'Amico Ryans is black and he's a head coach. They got to stop with this shit, bro. You get hired because if you know how to call plays. It's nothing to do with color, bro. It has nothing to do with it. It doesn't. And I don't know why people bring that. Everything, I'm tired of that. Not to bring politics up, but I'm tired of that. I'm telling you, Gerard Mayer, if I was the owner of Robert Kraft and he said that in my press conference, he would have been fired. You're fired. Why? Because you did that shit. And that don't make me look good. You're fired. You're fired. Or I would ask him to demand an apology immediately. If he don't, he's fired. I think that's a horrible coach, and I think they hired him because Robert Kraft wants to prove a point. I don't know why. Because he was with the Patriots. I think that's going to end up blowing up in his face. Tua's horrible. Well, listen, Tyreek Hill on any team would look good. Baker Mayfield rolls out, looks, fires. It's caught. What a catch. Baker Mayfield threw a bullseye right to the receiver. It's 17-14. Lions on top. I think the Lions going. I think any way you look, I think the 49ers are going to have a tough road next week. I think the tougher road would be the Lions. I think the Lions can compete with them. The Lions, I think, beats out Kansas. I think the Lions will beat the 49ers. I didn't think Brock Purdy can do anything. And I would really want to see that C.J. Gardner-Johnson versus, I don't know how long Debo's out, but hopefully he's back next week because if they verse each other, because remember, Gardner-Johnson was talking a lot of shit about Debo. How he was nothing but a running back. He can't. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I would love to see that matchup. Debo versus C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That would be awesome. But I also would love to see the Tampa Bay. I would love to see Baker Mayfield get his first Super Bowl. I just want someone other than Mahomes. I just want someone other than the same stuff. I'm tired of other organizations winning. And I just want people to stop talking about the scripted shit. So if the 49ers get knocked out, then we can stop talking about, oh, it's scripted. Look at the Super Bowls. I'm tired of that. Like they're acting like the Eagles were scripted. Yeah, the Eagles were scripted to lose the Super Bowl. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Even though they picked the Eagles in the script, supposedly, right, according to the report that came out right out of nowhere, the Eagles were going to win the game and lost it. Come on. What are we talking about? We were supposed to win the Super Bowl last year, according to the script that supposedly had someone showed me. 38-21 or something like that. And we lost. So that don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Scripted. You think they're like WWE where they script the lines? If you think that, you need your eyes checked, bro. You need your eyes checked. It's no script. WWE is scripted. You don't have a piece of paper and say, oh, we're gonna run this. This is what you're going to do. No. This is a sport. Anything can happen. It's just happened that the Eagles got there. But I thought that last year was supposed to be the Jets' year. The Jets, I honestly think that green that they showed against the Chiefs, I think that was the Jets. Because they looked at the Jets and they looked at Sauce Gardner and they looked at it, they had a quarterback. And they thought Zach Wilson was going to be the guy. That's the only reason why I think that was the Jets. That was the color before the season. It wasn't the Eagles. No one had the Eagles winning. Remember, the Eagles weren't going to win a Super Bowl. The Eagles weren't getting into the Super Bowl last year. So stop all that. Now we're scripted, right? But hold up. The Eagles weren't supposed to get a Super Bowl last year. The Eagles were supposed to go one and done. Remember, they were the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. They were undefeated team that lost in their first playoff game. Remember this 17-0 Pittsburgh Steelers? Remember that? The dream team. Jim Hurts can't read a defense. He can't get you to the Super Bowl. So why are they saying now the Eagles? It don't make sense. People are stupid. I have receipts. Don't make me pull them up. I want any team in the Super Bowl but the 40. I'm tired of the 49ers, bro. First of all, I don't think Brock Purdy is a really good quarterback. I think Brock Purdy's a game manager. Jalen Hurts wasn't a franchise quarterback. What are you talking about, unknown? What are you talking about? What do you mean Jalen Hurts ain't a franchise quarterback? I mean, it wasn't. Jalen Hurts has always been a franchise quarterback. When? When? This year? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean by that. I think you misspoke something. Because Jalen Hurts has been a good French quarterback for us. Now they want to make excuses. You talk about when people were... Yeah, listen, the same people who hate Jalen Hurts... yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, Jalen Hurts can't read the defense. He has a noodle arm, this and that. Like this year, they're saying he can't read the defense. It's funny, he read the defense last year. It's different, though. How's it different, though? Because you've been saying he can't read the defense for the past 3 years now. He got better with his reading his defense, though. He was able to beat Buffalo. Buffalo, you have to be able to read defense against. Ask Lamar Jackson, before he actually finally won a playoff game, why he had to read defense against Buffalo and why they sent him home. You had to be able to read defense. That's the only reason why. Remember, the questions going to the beginning was, could Jalen Hurts read defense? And he showed it. Can Jalen Hurts throw the ball? He showed it. This year, despite the bad coaching, someone's asked a league MVP. Jalen Hurts put up a lot of yards, despite the bad coaching. Was coming in and putting teams on his back, despite the bad coaching. People just don't know what they're talking about, bro. They want to blame it all on the quarterback. You can't do that. Well, Jalen Hurts don't throw it to the open guy. I would have thrown it to Quez Watkins. He sucks. Why the fuck would I throw it to Quez? He might drop it. Well, he don't throw it to Devontae Smith. Dude, he don't have time to throw it to Devontae Smith. You got to understand something. Your receiving route running was horrible. If you watch Brian Bogner break it down and Darren Lasky break it down, he was aubling out the plays because Brian Johnson couldn't even use his receivers right. It was bad. I saw guys who didn't even know how to turn back. When you're a receiver, what are you taught? Even in high school, what are you taught? When you're a receiver, you go back, you run your route, you come back to the quarterback. These guys ain't coming back to the quarterback. They're trying to hope for the ball to come to them. You got to go to the quarterback. And they ain't doing that. And last year they went for the quarterback. They went to the quarterback. Every receiver was going to the quarterback. This year they weren't doing that. When you're a receiver, you're taught to go to the quarterback. Run your route. Route running also took a lot to develop. And when they did run routes, it was sloppy. It was too slow. You're supposed to break out your route. Break out your route. Whatever you do, run fast as you can. Not jog. Run. You're supposed to make sure the corner does not get near you. When you run your routes, it's in and out that quick. Turn to the quarterback. Wait for the ball to come to you or get open and make sure you have your eyes on the quarterback. They weren't doing that. They were running routes and they were running into each other. And half the times they were running routes and not turning to the quarterback. So the quarterback is throwing the ball, hoping they're on the same page. And these guys are not on the same page. And then they have to make spectacular catches. If you look at the route running, Devontae Smith's only running a straight line. Or it's a slant to A.J. Brown. There was no slants to Devontae Smith. There was no slants to him. You throw screen passes to Devontae Smith. And that's not his strength. I swear these coaches are stupid, man. And some of these fans are stupid. Like everybody say, oh, Eagle fans. Some of them are stupid, especially on Twitter. I see a lot of them like, it's Jalen Hurts' fault. Yeah, let's blame the quarterback. Oh, he's Carson Wentz. He's Zach Wilson. Man, shut up. Dude, come on, man. What are we talking about? Now we getting stupid right there. Zach Wilson? Really? He'd been benched. Carson Wentz benched. Jalen Hurts still is a starting quarterback. Come on, what are we talking about? Is Jalen Hurts perfect? No. What quarterback is perfect? Can someone tell me when the quarterback has been perfect in the NFL? And what is he supposed to do when his offense and his quarterback coach ain't helping him? Goff looks Fires. Wide open. Look at the running backs out the backfield. Ben Johnson, man. This guy's going to be a good coach. You can tell when a raw scoring is in the building. He's going to be a good coach wherever he goes. He reminds me of Shane Steichen. He reminds me a lot like Shane Steichen. I would love a coach like, I hope he fire Nick Sirianni. Man, I hope he fucking fire him. Look at Ben Johnson. And look at that. He don't have 5 sheets on his playbook. He has millions of different plays. Real coach. But we ain't going to hire him. Nope, he'll go somewhere like the Falcons. And they'll turn that franchise around. He'll go somewhere that needs a coach like the Panthers. He'll turn the Panthers around. Make Bryce Young into look like a legit quarterback. Team frustrates me, man. Team frustrates me, bro. This front office frustrates me. I hope they're looking at Ben Johnson. Like, is this the coach that we would love to have? Like, why were you... Look at the offense! It pains me. Gibbs for a couple yards. I love watching the offense who actually knows how to call plays, man. An offense that looks so good. Hopefully that running back for Tampa Bay is okay. He's getting carted off the field. Prayers up to him. Look at that, man. 17-7. Goff. Let's see what they do. They're going to run the ball. Look at that. Run the ball. Look at that. Gibbs breaks free. Gibbs all the way. Touchdown. Lions. Detroit Lions scored again. Ben Johnson. Do we want a coach like that in Philadelphia? I would. Do you think the Eagles will? No. We don't get guys like that. We'll hire another puppet. Jesus Christ, man. Ben Johnson, a guy that can call plays. A playmaker / coach. Look how you run. Look at the designs. Fucking frustrates me, man. I don't understand it, bro. I'm about to go watch it upstairs, man. Let me turn this shit off, man. I'm watching upstairs. Give me a second, bro. I might just do a live stream on my laptop, bro. Because you don't understand, bro. Like, you don't understand how good, like you don't understand how good a quarterback is, man. Like, I'm telling you. Imagine what a McDaniels would have done. Like, I'm about to turn on my other upstairs, man. I got a TV upstairs. But it just frustrates me. Ben Johnson, an offensive coordinator, going to be a head coach. And we don't want guys like that in the book. Why do we want him? Why do we want him? We're going to hire guys like Nick Sirianni again. A goofy. A weirdo. Come on, man. Hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? You rotate. How do I rotate this? I'm trying to rotate so I can charge it while it be rotated. Let's see. There you go. I can't rotate it right. But look, man. Look how they call the plays, man. Hold on, we about to watch this shit, man. We about to watch it. My phone dies, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So if my phone dies, just know that it's not because I left. It's not because, it's just the fact my phone is 4%. And my charger acts weird sometimes. It's 4%. So if you see my phone shutting off or it looks like it's frozen, just know my phone died. Okay? So, but where's the remote at? I just had it. I just had the fucking remote. I just had it. Where is it at? Where's it at? All right, hold on. Let me find it, man. We about to watch this game, man. Because this raw offense right here. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson runs the ball. Ben Johnson knows how to use his guys. If I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I would fire Nick and I would hire Ben Johnson the second he becomes available. I would. I don't give a shit what people think. Nick Sirianni should have been fired last year. I don't give a shit. I don't think he was great either. He can't call plays. Maybe not last year, but definitely last year. Because he wasn't. No. He needs to go, bro. You need a real offensive coordinator in the building, man. And we don't have one. We got a fucking guy who can't call plays. And that's the thing. If you want a puppet, that's fine, right? But get a guy that can actually call plays. And here's the thing. It's no different if you want a yes man. If you want a yes man, that's fine. But hire a right yes man. Hire a guy that actually knows how to call plays.
This is true,
CBS. It's CBS. It has to be. Shut up. Hire a real offensive coordinator, man. Please. Stop hiring guys that know nothing about football. Like Nick Sirianni is not an offensive play calling genius. He's not. 17-24. You think Dan Campbell's calling these plays? No, he's not. He's not. He's not. It's Ben Johnson. It's Ben Johnson. It's Ben Johnson. It's Ben Johnson. He's the genius behind this offensive coordinator. Maybe he is Dan Campbell. But let me tell you something. Ben Johnson's going to get some coach job. And I hope the Eagles are one of them. Dude, how can Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman not like this? Look at the defense. Pressure. Look at all these players, man. Safeties, blitz, man. Ooh. And then I forget we don't do this shit. Why don't we have this in Philadelphia? The Lions. I mean, I guess you got to be the Lions for a long time to fix your ways. But my God, can I get that type of offensive defense on my team? Mayfield on the center. Dumps off. I mean, dude, the Lions are winning this game because they're a better team. And they show it. And look at the play calling. Look at the defense style. Tampa Bay wasn't great. We're just horrible. We didn't show up. That's what happened, man. Y'all think we lost to Tampa because they were great? No. I told you Tampa Bay wasn't great. I said the Eagles weren't great either. They're not a good football team. And the Eagles weren't a good football team either. It is what it is, bro. Hopefully we change your ways. I don't know why this Eagles team want to look at something like that. Look at Ben Johnson's offense. Look at the genius. He's going to be Sean McVay Jr., man. I'm telling you. Look at guys in the NFL. These offensive coordinators become coaches, man, and they'll change your franchises around. Eagles want to throw 30 screens. Yeah, because we don't have a fucking play caller, man. And listen, throwing a screen is fine and great, but you need the right guys to do that. You also need to understand that throwing a screen, even when you play in Madden, right? If you play Madden, you got to throw a right screen. You got to throw a screen at the right time, because it's going to work when you don't expect it to happen. Screen plays are not meant for every play. They're meant for when you want to take a defense off guard, when you want to make sure that they don't understand what's going on. Like, for example, right? If they're blitzing, you throw a screen. You throw a screen. If they're not blitzing, you don't throw a screen. But a screen pass is meant for when your offense is flourishing and you need that special explosive play. Let's say an all-out zero blitz where they just send the whole defense at you. That's when you throw a screen. And we throw screens on first down. So every time they look at the tape, that's all we do. So they expect it. So they don't blitz us. And when we do blitz us, they don't send the whole house on us. And when they do, we still can't develop a screen properly. If you watch a lot of screen passes, it's done in certain situations. We throw screens because we can't call plays, not because we want to throw a screen. And we throw screens to guys like Julio, an old 30-year-old Julio Jones. We throw a screen to Kenny Gainwell, who's slow, not a fast guy. You won't throw a screen to Swift, but you'll throw a screen to Devontae Smith. It makes no sense, bro. I don't mind the quarterback run either, but no, I don't like quarterback runs. Listen, quarterback runs are great and fine, but when you have a quarterback that doesn't need to run the ball, then why are you running them? Jalen Hurts, the reason why you got DeAndre Swift, the reason why you got Penny, so he didn't have to run the ball, right? That's why we got these guys, right? Supposedly, right? That's why we got them, so they didn't have to run the ball. with Jim Hurts. Yet, they did the opposite. I'm telling you, bro, it's fucked up what we're doing in this organization. It's look at Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator. I want him as a head coach so bad in Philadelphia, and I hope the guy Washington won't get him, because Washington will turn that franchise around immediately if they get him. They will. That franchise. Could you imagine what he did? Like, I don't want him in my division. I want him to be. Only time I want him in my division is if he's our coach. I don't want him near me, because if he's able to do, look what he's doing with the Lions. The Lions were ass for years. The front office knows football. They fired the GM. They got a real GM. And here's the thing. I don't think Howard Roseman needs to be fired. I just think he needs to lose some power. I think you need to have collaborative effort. And we don't have that. We have one-sided at best. I'm sorry, two-sided. And Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman are the ones who decide. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jeffrey Lurie is watching this, which I'm hoping he does, fire Nick Sirianni, just hire Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is going to go somewhere. He's going to change either a Falcons team around, a Panthers team around. What's another team that needs a coach? A Titans team around. He's going to change that. Wherever Ben Johnson goes to, he's going to be successful. And we're going to stick with Nick Sirianni. And we're going to hope either Jim Bob Cooter, whatever the guy's name is, or Frank Wright is going to take us all the way. And we're going to be right back where we were. Just fire the head coach right now and just hire Ben Johnson as the coach. That way, if you want a yes man, at least the yes man can call plays. He's an offensive coordinator. You can't tell me he's not calling plays. But we won't do that. We won't do that. We won't never hire a guy like that. We don't like winners, man. We don't hire guys that are winning coaches. We hire guys from another coach that says he's a good coach. We don't hire guys because they have experience. Hurts' knee was fucked up all year. I mean, dude, Jalen Hurts, I think, has something wrong with his knee. And I think in the offseason, he's going to get it cleaned up. You got to also understand this, too. Jalen Hurts, before the season, had the screws coming out of his knee. He went back to get operated on the fact that before he had a screw with metal plates screwed in his knee. They took that out this year. So maybe he just needs some time to work on it. But yeah, he's a little bit banged up. And when you're running him to a goddamn wall every time because you're running quarterback runs, you're running him straight at the defense where defense has a shot at him. That's what happens. That's why I don't like Brian Johnson. That's why I don't like Nick Sirianni. I don't understand how you pay a quarterback $50 million, 53, whatever he got, and you don't use him properly. And then rumors coming out that Brian Johnson and Jalen Hurts were never on the same page. So wait, he wasn't on the same page since week 1? So why didn't you do it in the bye week? Why didn't you sit down with Jalen Hurts and try to get on the same page with him? There was a lot of shit that I knew was going on behind the building. But you don't think like that. Where reportedly Jalen Hurts and Brian Johnson were now on the same page. And Jalen Hurts was reportedly arbling out the plays that he was calling because he was getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of fans that are sitting there talking about, oh, Jalen Hurts, look what he's doing. He's not a good quarterback. Nah, stop that, man. He's all out the plays that Brian Johnson was calling because half of them were trash. Because he can't call plays. Or they were Nick Sirianni's plays. Sorry about that. Look at that. Wide open again. Look at the offense. Dude. This hurts my head, man. This hurts my soul. This hurts my fucking soul, man. Why can't we not hear the coach like that, bro? I'll never understand it, man. I guess I just got to get used to this shit. Like Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman, man. If you are watching this somehow, why would you not want to coach like that? Look at the play calling. Look at Goff just throwing wide open targets. Jameson Williams wide open. You don't see the same routes. It's different route combination. Look at that. Run the ball. Look at that. They run the ball. Look at that. Look at that. They run the ball. run the ball. And we don't do that. We do the opposite. I'm telling you, man, if I was the Eagles, I'll fire Nick and hire Ben Johnson if he becomes available today. Or let's say the Bucs win. I would hire Ben Johnson. But does Ben Johnson want to come here? If I'm Ben Johnson, do I want to come here and be controlled? Would I have to run my offense the way they want it? Jared Goff gets sacked. Good defense. I'm watching two teams that we could have played in the playoffs. And we failed. We failed because our coaching didn't want to bother doing anything right. And I blame Jeff Lurie and Howard Roseman for not getting this coaching in order. When you lose an offensive corner, you're supposed to be able to have your coaching available. And this is why we're going to have the exact same issues next year. You want me to tell you why? Because remember last year we took our sweet old time while other guys were getting hired to pick out an offensive coordinator. And we didn't pick one out. When we took our sweet old time to pick out a defense coordinator. And we're doing the exact same shit. It's about to be free agency in the next month. And we still haven't fucking signed our offensive coordinator yet. We still haven't picked one. Who's our offensive coordinator? Is Nick Sirianni still... What are we waiting for? We got to be waiting for Ben Johnson, man. We have to. There's no way in hell that the Eagles don't make a move on. And like, is that who they're waiting for? Like, I don't understand. We still haven't picked an offensive coordinator. And then there's reports that Nick Sirianni might not be out, might still be here, but the Eagles like someone else. Like they liked Bill Belichick, but Belichick didn't like him. Jeff Lurie and the Eagles. I mean, if you're Jeffrey Lurie, are you watching the playoffs, honestly? They have to be. There ain't no way you don't look at Ben Johnson and want that type of coach in here. He will make Jalen Hurts a top... Dude, if he's doing this with Jared Goff, what is he going to do with Jalen Hurts? Just imagine. If Ben Johnson is going to be a coach, I want him to be the Philadelphia coach. That's a coach that can win. I'm telling you. If I'm the Eagles, I would fire Nick and sign Ben Johnson as the coach. I hope we do get him. Because he ain't going to be in the office corner. He's going to be wanting to be the coach. Eagles don't like doing that. I know they don't like doing that. But it frustrates the fuck out of me. It frustrates me that we still do the exact same shit. We don't learn, bro. We just don't learn, man. We don't learn from mistakes. And I hope to God we do learn. It's never going to change with this team, bro. Ben Johnson is going to go somewhere else like the Falcons, like I said. Going to be somewhere like the Saints. Okay? And he's gonna change that franchise. Or not Saints. The Titans. The Panthers. A garbage team that needed a boost and gets a boost with Ben Johnson. Look at Ben Johnson with that big sheet. You don't see just a piece of paper. You see a whole sheet. That's a genius right there, man. An offensive coordinator, Gruber. It's frustrating me too. It is too, bro. Because Nick Sirianni don't even do this shit. I don't care what the players say. You fire that coach till you hire Ben. If Ben Johnson becomes available, the Eagles need to fire Nick Sirianni. You make him the head coach. You go after him. You fucking go after him. Because you don't let him go to Washington. If I'm the Eagles, I will not let him go to Washington. Because that's who the Washington Commanders want. And I don't blame them. They would love a guy like Ben. Ben Johnson would make Terry McLaurin and Sam Howell's the quarterback or any quarterback look great. That guy, I don't want him in my division. I want him to be in my division if he's the Eagles coach. But he needs to stay out of my division, man. Because I'm telling you right now, Ben Johnson is, once he goes, I think the Lions go back where they were. Then again, I probably wouldn't. Because Dan Campbell's a good coach too. I mean, come on, man. Like, 31, they're about to put 31 points up on that board, man. It's 31-17 Lions. They blew that team out, man. They're going to the NFC Championship game. And they're going to knock the 49ers off, bro. I got a feeling they'll knock the 49ers off. The 49ers ain't going to the Super Bowl. The Packers were able to keep up with them. I think the Lions will keep up with them. Every week the Eagles do it. They do. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's what I have a feeling the Eagles are waiting for is Ben Johnson. I think that's who they're waiting for is Ben Johnson to be at the playoffs so they can sign him, so they can fire Nick and hire him as the coach. But they might not wait. That's why they're probably waiting patient. Why are they taking their sweet old time? Is because I got to think it's just because they want Ben Johnson. If not, I don't know why it's taking them so long. They didn't announce Nick Sirianni would be back. They're saying reportedly he's going to be back, but they didn't guarantee. They didn't say the Eagles are keeping Nick Sirianni or the Eagles are signing this as off the corner. They didn't say that because they got to look. They're looking at Ben Johnson. They have to. And why wouldn't you? He's a genius. He's a fucking genius. Look what he's doing with the Lions. That's exactly who I would hire. I would hire a guy like that, one of the staff members from there. Look at their winning, man. I want the Lions to win a Super Bowl, bro. I want one of my coaches or one of my gym teachers, Mr. Nelson, was one of my teachers. He's a Lions fan. I want him to win a Super Bowl, bro. The Lions been through so much, dude. They deserve to at least get one Super Bowl win. And I think Ben Johnson's going to do it. Ben Johnson has another opportunity to do something the Lions can't do, and that is win a Super Bowl. They're going to win a Super Bowl, man. I have a feeling. Shout out to the Lions fans, man. Shout out to Detroit, bro. They deserve. Listen, they deserve to win at least Super Bowl. It's their year. It's their 17th year, man. Like the Eagles had that 17 and they won a Super Bowl. It's their turn, man. It's their turn, and I wouldn't love anything better than for the Lions to win. I don't have any grudge against CJ. I think he's a great player. He says some things about Eagle fans. That's fine. I don't care. But it's just the fans, man. I want them to win so bad. They don't disrespect us. They didn't do anything to hurt us. The only team I don't want that went out of that division is the Vikings. Because I don't like what they did to Eagle fans and how they treat them. And just the cockiness. But the Lions deserve a Super Bowl. They deserve a Super Bowl. And I really want Jared Goff to win one too. Jared Goff deserved to have one, man. For everything he's been through. That would be so much of a window for him. The fact that Dan Campbell, in his second year, does what Doug Peterson did, and that is go to a Super Bowl and win it. I want Dan Campbell to win a Super Bowl so bad. I'm tired of Shanahan's. I'm tired of Andy Reid's. I'm tired of even John Harbaugh. I think he had enough winning. How many win? He won 2 already? Did he win 2 already? He won with Flacco. Did he? No, I'm sorry. He won 1. He won 1. I want the Lions to win a Super Bowl. I'm rooting for the Lions, man. I want that offensive coordinator though, as the head coach. I'm hoping that's why the Eagles in for Nick Sirianni. So they can try to. They're going to fire Nick maybe after Ben Johnson's eliminated from the playoffs, or if he goes to Super Bowl and loses or wins, they're going to make him the head coach and fire Nick. Maybe that's why. I'm hoping, because if you're Nick Sirianni, you got to hope that Ben Johnson goes somewhere else, because that's the only thing why I think he keeps his job. If Ben Johnson gets picked up by someone like Washington, and let's say Eagles wanted him, but I think the Eagles are going to go after him. If I'm the Eagles and I want if that's what they want, I don't know what the Eagles are thinking. But if Jeffrey Lurie wants to win, you would fire Nick and you would wait for Ben Johnson. That's what I do. People ain't going to I don't give a shit what people like. That's why I'm EC1. I'm not any other content. I think Nick Sirianni is a horrible coach. Ben Johnson, he put up 31. He's the brains behind the offense. A young McVay, I'm telling you. A young McVay. He's going to be one of those guys, like McFleur. Another genius offensive coordinator / coach. You know, Ben Johnson's getting a coaching job, bro. Ben Johnson will get a coaching job. Ben Johnson ain't back next year. I doubt it. And if I'm the Lions, I would keep Ben Johnson. Honestly, I would. I think Ben Johnson gets a coaching job. He's too good. Someone's going to look at him. The Panthers are going to look at him like a coach, man. If Brian Johnson's getting interviews, If it took Shane Steichen go to the Super Bowl, trust me, Ben Johnson will be a coach before next year. He will get a coaching job this year after the season's done. In 2025, he will be the head coach. Not 2024, he will be the head coach somewhere else. It's rumors that Swift might walk. Well, that's why I want Ben Johnson here. Only way Swift stays if Nick Sirianni's not here. I don't think Swift likes Nick Sirianni. But if Swift leaves, then that's disgraceful for the front office. Listen, you can't let him walk. I don't give a shit about the compensation pick. Oh, you can get a 5th round pick. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care. The Eagles need to sign him. And listen, if you're not going to sign DeAndre Swift, then you don't care about winning. And that's going to tell me everything about free agency. If they do not be aggressive free agency, and they don't at least try to bring Swift back, and they sign guys like Cox and Graham, and at least I like Cox and Graham, but you got to sign Swift back. You got to sign your core players. If this didn't teach them a lesson, that you should maybe pay C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You maybe should have offered T.J. Edwards a contract. Did you even offer him one? I don't know, Will. If they don't pay Swift and they just let him walk for no reason over a compensation pick, then they didn't learn their lesson. Then they're doing the exact same shit they have done. If the Lions make it to the Lions are going to the Super Bowl. I got the Lions knocking 49ers out. I think the Lions go into Kansas in San Fran, and I think they beat them. You do not want to play the Lions in the playoffs, bro. And that's why I said this Lions team, I think is the only threat to the 49ers. I think the Buccaneers would get destroyed by the. Now I think the Buccaneers could do some good things against the 49ers. But I think the Lions will obliterate the 49ers. I think the Lions are going to beat them. I think the Lions are too good. I think the fact the Lions didn't have home field advantage through the playoffs is crazy. The 49ers don't deserve the number 1 seed. I'm sorry, the Lions do. The Lions should have got the number 1 seed. And it would have been tough for any team to go to Detroit. Especially how good they're playing, man. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I get Swift the money. Listen, I would pay Swift in a heartbeat. And if the Eagles don't pay him, then they don't care about winning. Because what running back are you going to draft that's better? Well, we don't pay running backs. And that's the problem. A guy like that, you don't let him walk. You don't. You don't. Unless he wants crazy money. Like if he wants quarterback money, okay, then you let him walk. But if he wants a 2-year deal, you pay him. You pay him. You pay him, or you try to pay him or franchise tag him and do something. You don't let him walk out that building. You don't let him walk out that building. And Howard Roseman needs to do that. That's his first priority in free agency. Is to sign Swift back. But the first priority before anything is you need to get a coach. And if Nick signs the coach next year, you need a roll off coordinator. You need a roll quarterback coach. We still haven't had one. Can someone tell me who the offensive coordinator is for the Eagles? Is it actually reported that we got someone? I don't know. I haven't followed Twitter in a while now. Well, for past 10 minutes. Last thing I saw was Jalen Hurts reported was frustrated with Brian Johnson. He's all but out the place. Mayfield looks, fires, incomplete. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Or not C.J. Oh, I'm sorry. Liz Wiz. Look at the defense. Look how they press up on him. Don't win a defense corner like that. You see why C.J. left? I don't blame C.J. for leaving us. Look at this. Look at this. And that's the defense he wanted. 31-23. Good game, though. Bro, I will kill to have Derrick. I don't want Derrick Henry here, man. Why do we want another running back when we got a running back? We just need to pay him. No, I don't want Derrick Henry here. You want to know why I don't want Derrick Henry? Because if they don't run with DeAndre Swift and they want to use Game On, what makes you think they're going to use Derrick Henry? What makes you think that they're going to use him? They might treat him like Penny. If I'm Derrick Henry, am I going to want to go somewhere where I might not get ran? Dude, why would we pay any other running back when we got one? Pay Swift. I'd rather have Swift over Henry. He's younger. He's more tread on his tires. Derrick Henry is less. Now, if you want to bring Derrick Henry, fine, that's fine. But make sure you bring Swift too. But I don't want Derrick Henry. We don't need to go get Derrick Henry. We need to pay our players and stop being fucking cheap. Howard Roseman needs to grow a fucking wiener and actually grab his balls that he left, because he had some balls in 17. He had some balls in 2022. And actually sign his players. He's not getting sick. Listen, bro. The Philadelphia Eagles are not giving Henry 6 carries a game. And you better hope they do that. Because if I know Howard Roseman, he's going to use Gainwell again. That's what I'm saying. Like we need to stop it. And if it is Nick Sirianni, let's say Nick Sirianni is the one calling the plays, right? Let's say Nick Sirianni is the one who's controlling it. Let's say Howard Roseman has any part of the offense. The shame on Nick. But here's the thing. I don't think Nick Sirianni is telling Gainwell to be out there. I think that's Howie. And a guy like Ben Johnson ain't going to come here if that's the case. The first thing you need to do is you need to release some of that power in that front office. And that's why they won't hire another coach, because they know they would have to release some power. And Jeff Lurie ain't going to do that. That's why they want Nick back. Why hire a coach when we already have a puppet? Ben Johnson's going to go to somewhere like Washington and go and change that franchise around. That's what they're doing to Swift. Yeah, exactly. But you want Derrick Henry? No. If I want to bring a running back, I'll bring Swift back. We do not need to go get another running back. I think the Eagles are going to be high up on. I think the two positions they need to focus on this year in the free agency. Because by then I hope we have a coach ready, and I hope we know what we at least have a plan what we're doing. Is safety. You got to get another safety in the building, and I think the Eagles are going to be heavy in the safety market. Remember, they were supposed to pay Marcus Williams, they didn't get him. I think this is the biggest safety market out there. You need another safety because Reed Blankenship ain't it, and we know the Eagles ain't drafting a safety. And now Sidney Brown is out with a 20 ACL, won't be back into week 2. You don't know how healthy he is. So getting a guy like what's that Giants safety that's a free agent? I think the Giants paying McKinney. I don't think he leaves. I think the Giants will sign McKinney. I mean, if I'm the Giants, why would I let a guy like that go? Who's your heart of your soul of your defense? The Giants I think the Giants sign McKinney. I don't think he leaves. I don't think he leaves. I think he gets signed before the free agency. But if McKinney's available, I'd grab him. Alabama safety. I loved him coming out. I wanted to draft him. We didn't draft him. We don't draft nobody I want. Oh, man. It's crazy. I wanted him. We don't draft him. We don't draft nobody I want. I'm saying. Yeah, the free agency is going to be big. You got guys like Jeremy Chin, free agent. Guys like, who else? Who else is a free agent? McKinney, the safety for the Giants. Free agent. So far this year. I think Antonio Winfield is a free agent this year too. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Garner is a free agent. Garner Johnson is a free agent. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of free agents, man. You got a lot of free agent safety. We need to go get a safety. I don't like Reed Blankenship. He's a good guy. I have nothing personal about him, but he can't cover. And the safety needs to be able to cover. He can't cover. He's a good tackler, but we could do so much better than Reed Blankenship. And I'm not saying you get rid of him. No, you keep him as a backup, but he's not a star safety. He's not. If you're not going to sign one, then draft one. He needs to trade for Jags. Dude, Alexander is not getting traded, bro. Are you serious? He's not trading for no Alexander. Bradbury, I think Bradbury gets released, man. I think they're going to take the dead cap money and they're going to release him. Or I think they try to trade him somewhere. I think Slade retires. Or I think we bring him back. I fucking don't want him back, but I think he was going to bring him back. And I think we cut Bradbury. I think Bradbury's gone. I think Bradbury's getting. I don't think he's getting cut right now, but I think he gets cut in training camp. I think that's what's going to happen, or before the season starts, because it's probably less dead cap. They don't want to. They want to wait for a while, or maybe in the middle of the free agency. I don't know. You know how Howard waits. You know what I'm saying? How about them lines? Yeah, the lines look good because they got a coach, an offense coordinator, and a defense coordinator, and a real legit team. It looked like the Eagles. It looked like the Eagles from last year. That's what they remind me of. A high explosive offense. Remind me of 17 Eagles a lot too. Except they're more aggressive. Actually, they remind me a lot like the Broncos. Remember the Broncos defense, with the no-fly zone. Maybe not the offense. The offense is a little more explosive. So I would think they're more like Seattle offense. But yeah, they have a great. They look like a legit Super Bowl team, and I would not be shocked if they knock San Fran out. San Fran didn't look good yesterday. They struggled versus the Packers. If you make one mistake against the Lions, bro, you're done. One thing about the Lions, they're resilient. Resilient, man. Jazz could have been good if we didn't. No. Your problem is Doug Peterson, man. You know why Doug Peterson was fired? I'm going to tell you why. Now, I like Doug Peterson. But Doug Peterson hiring Press Taylor was stupid. That's why Doug is out of Philadelphia. That's why we had Nick Sirianni. Now, I say I like Doug Peterson because he won him the Super Bowl. But Press Taylor sucks. The man didn't know how to use golden tape properly. Didn't know how to use golden tape properly. Or was it Mike Groh? I forget who it was. But someone didn't even know how to use. I think it was Press Taylor. Press Taylor didn't know how to use golden tape properly. He was horrible. He was your offense coordinator? Come on, man. What are we doing? Doug needs a raw offense coordinator. He's another guy that can't call plays. He can't call plays. He just can't. He needs an offense coordinator. Eli Ricks is trash. I like Ringo more. Eli Ricks ain't trash, bro. He's young. I don't think he's trash. I think he's in a bad scheme. And I like Ringo too. I do. Eli Ricks ain't trash. Josh Jobe is trash. Nicholas Morals is trash. Those are trash. Josiah Scott is trash. Slade, as right now, is trash. Bradbury is trash. Ricks ain't trash. Ricks just needs to work on getting better. He'll get better next year. He's going to be good next year. If we keep developing him, he's going to be a star corner. But would I draft another DB? Yeah. I would. Because even though Ricks is good, you want competition in that room. So if you could draft another corner to add competition, so be it. So be it. I would have drafted Kool-Aid and plus Slade has one more. Slade is traded, bro. I think Slade gets traded next year. I think he gets traded. I think we trade him. I don't think he's coming back, bro. Yeah, I like the safety. I like Kitchens from Miami. I like the USC safety. I like him. There's a lot of good safeties. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not drafting a safety. We're not drafting a linebacker. The Eagles will go into free agency and then they will draft those they will sign those guys immediately before they'll draft a guy like that. Or they'll sign another free agent they'll sign Darius Leonard back. They don't prioritize their linebackers, bro. They refuse to sign TJ Edwards to a contract, man. They didn't even offer him one. It is what it is. No, but I could say, how about the basement? Dude, why do y'all come and troll this? Say, what? I'm not even going to repeat that. I don't even know what you mean, and you're not going to catch me doing something weird and foolish. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Out of here. The same guy, probably. Mr. Fournette, dude. I guess that Chama chair wasn't good enough. So what we're going to do to you is we're just going to put you in the hole. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put you in the hole. Yep, you're in the hole now. Now you definitely can't come back. You're in the hole now. 24-hour hole. This dude asked me, are you 13? No, I'm 23 years old. Are you 13? Are you 13? People are weird, man. Mayfield. 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks, fires, intercepted. And guess who it is? And guess who it is? Who is it? It looks like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Is it C.J. Gardner-Johnson who just picked off another interception? Nope, it's Brian Branch. Is it Brian Branch? I don't know. I can't see the number. It won't show me the number. Show me the play. Mayfield threw a pick. Yep, Brian Branch. Jesus Christ. Brian Branch, the Alabama star. Another guy won it. We don't do it. What's the point of me saying that? Brian Branch. I don't even know what he's saying, man. Only if you want me to be. What? Get your ass out of here, man. What? Who the fuck says that shit, bro? God, weird, man. Hey, moderators, you got moderators, man. If you see anything like that, get them up out of here, man. Get them up out of here. Send them to the timeout chair, man. Send them straight to the clown museum, too. Get them a clown suit in the nose. Because that's just some clown, foolish trolling right there. Come on, why the hell would I care if you're 13 or not? Man, get your EDP weird ass on somewhere, man. Don't ever do that shit. That shit is weird, bro. Only if you want me to be. What? Weird fucking goofy? What? Some of these trolls be weird, bro. Go get a job. Go get a life. Please. Do something with your life. Go get a girlfriend. No, I blocked him. He's out for 24 hours, man. Lights out. Straight to the hole. That's just weird. Talk about, I don't give a damn you're 13 years old. Like, what? And these trolls are weird. Yo, YouTube has to be one of the most weirdest places I've ever been to. Must be worse than Twitter, man. And Instagram. This guy gonna act like I care if you're 30. Dude, I don't give a shit if you're 10. That guy's weird, man. Man, come on, bro. You must have mistaken with me with Cupcake Dude. Go over there, man. Where he likes 13-year-old girls and 13-year-old boys. Get your clown ass off my page, man. Weird ass goofball. This guy asked me how my age is. I told him 23. And I said, and he asked me, no, first he tells me, are you 13? And I asked him, are you 13? Because he asked me if I'm 13. And then he said, then this troll comes back and says, no. And I said, no, I'm 23. He said, no, only if you want me to be. What? You weird, bro. You need some help, bro. Go to the local therapist and get some help. And then maybe I'll let you back in. But dude, that's weird, bro. That's weird, man. They fucking weird, bro. They are some weirdos, man. I don't know who this guy is, man. But I don't know who you is. If you spam, you can go to. Dude, I don't know why you want to be in a atomic chair so bad. We're going to send guys to the hole, I guess. We got 3 motherfuckers already in the hole. 1 in the timeout chair. Keep playing with me. I got plenty of holes. I got plenty of holes. You know the prison holes where you go in there and you're by yourself? Yeah, that's where you're going. Straight to the hole. We send you right by yourself. 24 hours. No food, no water. Straight to the hole. 1 meal a day. Keep playing with me. You think I'm a joke? Keep trying me. I'm just sending you to the hole. 3 trolls already in the hole. Don't make it the 4th one, dude. Blizzo, whatever the dude is. Having a bunch of periods and you're saying, you better have more than just a period. Because if you're spamming, you can go. Moderators, you know what to do. If he's spamming, get him up out of here. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to get your ass out of here, man. You can go straight to the hole. I'm not even going to try to, I'm not even going to wait patient, man. Send him straight to the timeout chair. We're giving you a 24-hour lockdown, too. Straight to the hole. 4 trolls out. In the hole. In the hole. Straight to the hole. Just for spamming. Just for coming with that goofy-ass profile. Straight to the hole. By yourself. Who's the 5th one? We got a bunch of holes for y'all. Let me know when you want to be in the hole today. I already got 4 in the hole. Make this 5. Please do. Got 10 likes. 5 people watching. We talking football over here. You come in trolling, you going right in the hole, bro. 24 hours too. You will not be back. I don't do that goofy ass shit. I'm not going to sit there and play with you. Yeah, it probably is the word Fortnite dude. He probably don't. He says he knows he has $1,000. I'm sure he does. He didn't get $1,000 for trolling. Probably is the same dude. That's cool. Now his 3 accounts are in the hole. So he makes another one. He's going in the hole. I'm not even going to bother answering it. I don't understand why you would make a bunch of accounts to come and troll, bro. You got to have a life or somehow, some way. At least have something to do. At least go play Fortnite. Don't play with me. I'm not Fortnite. Because in Fortnite, you still die in the game. I'm gonna send you right to the hole. In the timeout chair. No food, no cupcakes, nothing like that. No juice box, nothing. Hole. The hole. 1 meal a day. No outside, nothing, no television. By yourself. By yourself. Straight to the hole. Hiding Champ Podcast will be tonight with my guy Hiding. Stay tuned for that. Probably the weird Fortnite. Listen, bro, he's in the hole now. It's cool, dude. That's why you got to moderate. And if I don't see that, you just get rid of them yourself. You got moderators, you got wrenches. That's why I made you my moderators to do your job. Send them to the hole, bro. If it's anything but trolls, spamming, get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. Send them straight to the hole, bro. The holding cell, the lockdown facility, the corrections facility, whatever you want to send them to. Send them to Alcatraz with the sharks swimming in the ocean. The crazy lounge, whatever you want to send them to. The loony bin, send them straight there. Oh God, Twitch show. Yeah, man, they're weird, bro. Live on my block. Look at that. Jared Goff, 30 for 30 for 43, 287 yards. Game is over. Look like the Lions are going to the NFC Championship game. Shout to the Lions, man. Shout to the Lions. They got one more win. Probably, I'm in Lisbon. I don't give a shit about that, dude. I got to get off and I got to do my podcast tonight. I've been charging my laptop for a while now. Well, actually, last night I've been charging all night. Hopefully, StreamYard is working. I see that, though. Yep, it looks like the Lions are going to the Super Bowl, man. I mean, not the Lions go to the Super Bowl. One more game. Let's go to San Fran. And I got San Fran losing. I think the Lions are going to the Super Bowl, bro. But maybe I'm wrong. What up, Goofy? I mean, come on, bro. Like seriously. Thank you for timing him out. But right here, let me help you a little bit more. 24-hour hole. There you go. That's the Goofy that's sending you the hole. Now take that, Goofy. Use the Goofy because now you're in a hole. The Goofy troll that trolled me is now in a damn hole for 24 hours. Ha ha! Now go in the hole now. No outside, no television. Straight to the hole. Straight to the hole. Get him up out of here. Great count. You made 5 different accounts, and each one of them got timed. Is it really helping you? Is it really helping you? South highlights music. You probably suck at musician too. You're probably not good at music either. I bet if I check your profile, you don't have nothing. Let's see your profile. Let's see your profile. Oh, no, you don't have a profile. That's right. I blocked you. Get out of here, man. South music highlight. Who the fuck is you? We got 12 likes. Appreciate it for watching. These guys think I'm playing. These guys think I'm playing, man. All I got to take is one button. All my choice got to do is catch you doing something weird and you're gone. All I got to do is push one button. You're done. You're finito. Why you keep playing with me? You got to find something else to do, bro, because playing with me is not a good idea. We're sending people straight to the graveyard. Headshot right into your head. Bullet straight to your head. Send you right to the graveyard. Your mom won't even get a funeral. Right to the dirt. In the dirt. 6 feet in the ground. We giving out electric chairs too. We send our strolls right to death row record. I'm sorry, not death row record. Oh, I'm sorry. Death row chamber. On death row. Trolls are still waiting to be executed. And you just joined. The punishment. We're doing the firing squad. We're just shooting you right blank in your head. Boom. Done. Next troll. Now wait your turn to get executed. We moved the hole. We moved it. Now it's death row. You're on death row, sir. I don't know why they play with me. Why did they do this? Maybe CJ was right when he said the Lions are better. Yeah, they look like a better team right now. Because they got better coaching. Yeah, South highlights music. Man, I don't get his music probably trash. His music probably garbage. He called me goofy, man. Sit your ass up, bro. I'm the goofy that put you in the hole now. And your goof ass is on my channel. Watching me. Which I appreciate. It don't hurt me one bit. I still get the views. Thank you. Now hit that like button too, Wyatt. I know you're mad. You're mad. 31-23. Lions win. It's going to be fun because C.J. Gardner-Johnson did talk a lot of shit about Deebo Samuel. Let's see if Deebo is really a receiver. I want to see that matchup, man. I want to see that matchup. Now go tell him to play in the snow, man. He don't need to go outside. He needs to go outside and play in the snow. Throw some snowballs. Go sledding. Even though it's fucking cold out there. Yeah, man. It is what it is, bro. We ain't gonna play with these trolls anymore. I'm done with them. 6:23, man. We'll do the Howard Chain podcast. Oh, let me see what my guy out there said. Yeah, way high said. Let me see. Give me a second. So we're doing it at 8 p.m. today with Hines. I just saw Heidi's message. The Lions are going to beat the 49ers, man. I haven't listen, if you watch the 49ers versus the Packers, they weren't great. The 49ers are not world. See, everybody think the 49ers are world beaters. No. The weakness is the quarterback. That's the weakness. Their strength is the running game. Jordan Love was able to carve that defense up. I expect Jared Goff to do it. I think Jared Goff's going to go to the Super Bowl. I do. I think it's going to be Jared Goff versus... it's going to be Jared Goff versus... I hate to fucking say it, but Patrick Mahomes. Ah, man, I hate seeing him in the Super Bowl. Mahomes going to do some miracle play to get him back to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Kansas City versus the Lions. That's what it's going to be. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's going to get that rematch. Purdy's not that good. No, Purdy is an average below quarterback, man. The dude's a bum. I don't think he's a great quarterback. But, you know, his running game is helping him. And if you notice that when they were getting in short field position, they were running the football. Christian McCaffrey won that game for them. Because the Packers had the lead. If that field goal kicker really screwed them. I don't know how you missed that. I would have cut him off the spot immediately after this year. He's out of here. I don't give a shit if you're a rookie. You missed that. That's a crucial moment. You got to make that. You got to make that, man. I don't got an NBA team, bro. I don't really follow basketball. But if I had to root for one, probably be the Sixers. But I don't really got an NBA team. I'm doing good, Guy Gus. I'm doing good. Hope I see your name right. For sure, bro. Purdy's trash with Debo. Dude, Purdy can't throw the ball, man. Listen, Purdy has a good arm when he's clean in the pocket. But if you rattle that dude, and I think the Lions are going to rattle him, he's going to fold. He's going to fold, man. Jesse Harodeski. What's up, dude? I think I said your name right. Harold. Yeah, said your name right. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Glad you could be on this channel. Listen, Hot Chain Pockets will be tonight with my guy Hiding. We're going to break down the coach staff, all that stuff. We didn't get to do that in a while because, frankly, I'm not doing a restream again. That shit was horrible. Now, I apologize for people that I streamed with, that or when I was streaming, the audio was bad. Hi, good. I mean, yeah. I appreciate you for coming on. Hit that like button, subscribe, and like I said, High Chain Podcast will be tonight, 8:15. They're showing the Dallas. Man, no one gives a fuck. Why are they showing the Cowboys? See, they always have to make the Cowboys irrelevant. They're showing Cowboys players, man. That's all they do. Even though they're not in the playoffs. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. They can't stop talking about them. And you know the funny thing is, man? I almost got my another one right. I thought the Packers were going to beat the 49ers, man. It looked like the Packers were going to beat them. That kicker messed them up big time, man. I know this has nothing to do with last year, but please turn. Just love you. It'll never leave you, dude. I'm not religious, but I appreciate for the attention and for that quote. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to ban you for religious stuff because that's weird. But yeah, I'm not religious, bro. I don't believe in religious. I'm not really a goddess person. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a middle type guy where right I do think there's something, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the kind words, man. How's your day? My day is good. My day is all right. My day is good. 13 likes, five people showing. Appreciate you for coming on, man. And the trolls in the backfield are mad. And they stay mad in the hole where they go. Appreciate for y'all also watching. We got Josh Allen. Oh, Josh Allen versus Kansas City, man. I got Kansas City winning. But then again, I really want Buffalo to win. I want to see two teams that have never went to a Super Bowl play. I want to see that. I stole. What's that say? I stole your toast. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? All right, man. So let me go in the stream right now. Let me get ready for the stream with hiding. Let me see if I can get StreamYard on. I don't know. I think I gotta wait another day, but hopefully I get it. Let's see. Let's see what day it is. Nah, I should be able to get it on, man. I don't know. I gotta see. I'm hoping that's gonna be streamed on Hiding's channel, but and hopefully we can just collab or something like that where we can have both channels. But we'll see. Um, well, I'm glad you like stealing toast, man. Welcome to the chamber. Not literally, I'm just playing. Yeah, man. Yeah, so the Lions win, man, and apologize for the whole rant, but yeah, we got to get a real coach in here, man, because like I said, I'm hoping the Eagles do something different. Um, yeah, man. Let me get ready for the next game, and we're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be talking about it by with Hide and Shame podcast. I'm gonna be watching it. The Eagle. I'm sorry. Not the Eagles. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Bills, man. Hit that like button, subscribe. And definitely make sure all the notifications on because you don't want to miss this. How do you not? Once we talk, bro. A lot of times we just continue talking about the Eagles, man. We don't stop, bro. We're very passionate with the team. If you don't know about our podcast, go watch some podcasts. I'm telling you, we bring that juice, man. I'm gonna bring some juice tonight, bro. I'm not gonna let back, man, because there's a lot of shit that we gotta talk about. A lot of shit we gotta talk about. Have a great day, man. But like it's 5. We'll be on there in a little bit, man. We'll be there in a little bit. 8 p.m. is when it's gonna start. You have a great day. Go Birds. Peace.